came out and you want to defend Andrew Holness' administration, speaking your lies. But we are going to show the evidence that, of course, you are a part of the crony capitalist. And this morning, we come to say no to you. We are going to push forward as it relates to democratic socialism. No to you and Andrew Holness. Now, let us play this clip as it relates to Mark Shield want to rebut us, because that is the reason why you come out. You want to rebut us in terms of what we are saying on social media, that we are lying. We are not lying. We are speaking the truth. And we are showing, right, all resourceful data that we had gathered. We don't speak on things that we know nothing about. Everything that we speak on this platform, we can defend it. We tell all of them and those who try and want to say our platform dealing with propaganda. We say no to them this morning, and we are going to show, right, the truth. Now, let me say this to Jamaica, and let me say this to Mark Shield. And I'm going to show the people. Between 2024, Mark Shield, and 2025, it is an embarrassing year for the Jamaica Labour Party. I am going to show the evidence where the Integrity Commission investigators had sent more than 200 reports to Parliament. And what you guys don't want to tell people, that I'm going to tell them this morning, and I'm going to not only telling them this morning, I am going to show them that over 70 cases are currently in the process for prosecution. You keeping this from the public is what wrong. You keeping this from the public is ultimate wrong. Over 200 cases of corruption being tabled in the Parliament, and over 70 cases in closed doors being prosecuted in the court today. How many Jamaicans know that? I am going to show you the evidence. Now step up, Mark Shield. Let me hear what you have to say. Step up. The people want to hear what you have to say. You're coming out defending Andrew Holness' administration, right? If you defend an administration like this, Mark Shield, you have criminal mind. Let us play.
A former Deputy Commissioner of Police is this evening reacting to the Jamaica Constabulary Force's decision to establish a specialized investigations branch. The move follows a major shakeup at the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime branch, CTOC. Mark Shields believes the move should be seen more than an attempt to regain public trust. Anthony Lugg has more in this primetime news follow-up.
The establishment of the Special Investigations Branch comes on the heels of the reassignment of several senior officers assigned to CTOC following a multi-million-dollar cocaine seizure at headquarters. The development has sparked widespread public interest, with some Jamaicans questioning whether the changes go far enough and to address concerns of accountability and public trust. Mark Shields is a former deputy commissioner.
I think that generally speaking, the public at large in Jamaica have more confidence in the police than they probably ever have in the last 20, 30 years. I think that the timing in terms of the demise of CTOG, I believe, but I do not know, that this would have been planned some time ago, because Dr. Kevin Blake will be looking at modernisation, change, and a major reorganisation with staff, buildings, equipment, etc. So I think that it's really a bigger picture rather than focusing on one particular incident.
In a release on Sunday, the JCF said the creation of the special investigation.
You understand? Every word that comes out of your mouth, Mark Shield, you're a liar from the pit of hell. What you want to say to Jamaica? That under Andrew Holness' administration, under Kevin Blake, that Jamaican people have more trust for the police than ever before. And so then now Andrew Holness must put and must be recognized on the top of the light post, that his administration gained the trust of the Jamaican people. Mark Shields, you are wicked and lie. You're a liar from the pit of hell. Let me ask you a question, Mark Shields. Have you done any poll? Have you gone into the street of Jamaica? Have you collect that data, that gather that information to tell you that based on your investigation, based on your polling, that you have discovered that majority of the Jamaicans place trust in the police today, and majority of the Jamaicans, right, view the Andrew Holness leadership, right, to be an excellent one. You are a demons, Mark Shield from the pit of hell. So then you and your wife come to preserve the status quo of corruption. Let me ask you again a question. Have you done a polling? No, you have not. Well, guess what, Mark Shield? Mystic Sensation have done his research. And I'm going to show the Jamaican people that this administration, when it comes to trust and confidence in the police, majority of Jamaican people have no trust in the police. You're coming out with your damn lie. We are going to show the people the real data that done by Dan Anderson. Are you a licensed police? No. So where did you get that from? Where did you get that from? You have seen where Andrew Holness and Kevin Blake had turned CTAC in a cocaine distribution hub. And that's a fact. So probably, Mark Shields, you didn't hear this audio. Let me replay this audio again for you to hear this. And then this is coming from one of your top brass police in your force, in Kevin's Blake force, in Andrew Police force, one of the top brass investigator. So listen to what he said, Mark Shields. Please play the audio. Listen to what he says, Mark Shields. I talk to you this morning, you dirty liar. Eh? You and your wife don't make one misinformation and
black radio say, when me hear from good for a while now, when see that do, let me tell you something. This is the start of what is to come. I tell you, transfer the start of what is to come. Me say America is demanding strong action. A 5,000 kilogram of the man and getting carrying 1,000 and take a 4. And the 1,000 we can still can account for it. Then blunder in everywhere. And narcotics supposed to be the storekeeper for all drugs. Then the quantity. Far less than that much as them there. And me say the man and go watch some footage. And way back from last year. Man sell coca seat office like you sell flour. A corner shop. Country Road just go there 3 months ago buy house cash at home. One of the man at me say buy 2 X8. And me say the Colombian say it won't go like that. They blunder big time.
Take it away. So let me ask you a question, Mark Shield. Do you know of any other administration? Do you know of any other administration where police officers using CTAC as a distribution hub, as according to one of your men, as it relates to the police? One of Andrew Holness police officer, right, is saying that you can partially go to CTAC and buy a kilo of cocaine like you're buying a pound of flour at a corner shop. Did you hear that from us?
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, good night, good night. It's your brother Bolo via NARA. And that's how we are start to have a show now, because you know we have a stagnation. We have a stagnation in Jamaica where corruption index is concerned. We're at 44 and the lowest is 42. So we are just a couple levels above just being one of the worst countries in the world where corruption is concerned. And you cannot even wonder why. When you have police, I said this about CTAC, where they're in the force. When fisherman tell us a see rough way you do, you believe him. So when Mark Shields run out, when Mark Shields run out, ladies and gentlemen, the other night, Mark Shields run out and me I say, come up on my live and I say, no man. I will send the brother here. Me I say this a man must be a plan. Not remembering say Emily Shields husband. So me say, you know what? Make me send the teacher the clip. Mr. Byron from Mystic Sensation. I said, let me send him the clip because I wanted to see if I was tripping. I wanted to see if something wrong with me. Maybe something was wrong with me, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I was reading too much into it. But lo and behold, without Mr. Byron watching my video, the man is burning a bigger fire than I am burning. Mark Shields, you are compromised. Not the way you say after this for me not credible. As a matter of fact, I didn't even need to hear Byron's opinion about it. Because I said last night on my life, I don't trust you. And now I understand Emily Shields was given an award from Andrew Honest for what I don't know. But she was honored. And she rarely, if any at all, criticizes the government. So you coming out and backing up a government that is the total opposite of what you're saying did not surprise me. Well, it kind of did because I didn't realize that you were her husband. I didn't remember that. So it did. But it all makes sense now. It all makes sense now, ladies and gentlemen. It all makes sense. Let's continue.
You heard that from one of your men. So let me ask you a question, Mark Shield. In which other administration this had happened? Talk to us, Mark Shield. In which other administration that had happened? This is how vicious people like you are. This is how lion wish. Right? He's saying that you can partially go to CTAC and buy a kilo of cocaine like you're buying a pound of flour at a corner shop. Did you hear that from us? You heard that from one of your men. So let me ask you a question, Mark Shield. In which other administration this had happened? Talk to us, Mark Shield. In which other administration that had happened? This is how vicious people like you are. This is how lying, deceitful, with the misinformation and disinformation. But I curse you back to the pit of hell. Let me show you now, real police Dan Anderson, what Dan Anderson is saying. And not only Dan Anderson is saying it. So Mark Shield, if you listen to me now, look on what I'm going to show you. Look. So next time you run out, do your research before you come out and speak out of your damn liar lips. Do your research. This is how lying, deceitful people like you are. Do your damn research. Right? Don't come to Jamaica and stay in Jamaica like that. Go back to England and do that in England. Go and tell your lies in England. Damn piece of devil from the pit of hell. You, Mark Shields. Look on the evidence that we are going to use this morning. Out of order and bright. Andrew Holness administration. That people have more trust in the police. People have more trust in the police. Well, look. Let me give you evidence. I hope you are here to read it. Let me give you evidence. Right? You go out and do the research like, oh, Dan Anderson go out and do the research on this. And this was done July 3rd, 2025, Mark Shield. Where is your research? You come out with a pit of lies, your lying, damn lying lips. Come back to England. Right? Just in our country and just trying to muddy up the water. Right? You're trying to make our people suffer. That is what you're doing by wanting to endorse a criminal party. That is what you're doing because you want the Jamaican people to suffer. I don't care if you married a black woman. You understand? We know your mind. We know your mentality. And that's why you come out this man. That's why you come out with a lie. Here it is. Here the evidence. The trust deficit and the crisis of confidence in the JCF. Look at that, Mark Shields. Why never do your research? You come out telling lie. Why never do your research? The recent revelations of the Dan Anderson poll commissioned by the RJR Gleaner in June 2025 present an uncomfortable paradox for Jamaica. Have you heard that, Mark Shield? Yeah? Okay, let me answer. This is head boy.
It's on your device.
It's okay, all right. Head boy, how you doing, head boy?
So, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Shields totally exposed himself. For some people, it's not a surprise because they already knew who he was, right? Mic check. Oh, no, not hear me. Did they not hear me now? You. Oh, not hear me. Okay. We have to check them something there, you know. People, you know, long me not go live on this. Only can see the computer screen. You want to like and share up the video, you know, because you see when we go live on this, we need to get back the numbers them in the building we used to get back. You understand? So, we kind of get used to this. I'm also live on Bolo clips. Bolo clips, pick up on yourself. But I found it extremely alarming, ladies and gentlemen, that you know, Mark Shields would expose himself in this manner to be an incredibly non-credible source when speaking on the realities where the trust deficit lies by the people of Jamaica, where the JCF and the JDF is concerned. Before these incidents, these series of incidents in 2026 had occurred with the police, there has been several outcry by the public regarding, you know, just extrajudicial unalivings of Jamaicans here in Jamaica. So I found it. I was confused, flabbergasted when I heard the narrative being put out there by Mark Shields. I'm no longer flabbergasted because, again, his wife is Emily Shields. And we know where the loyalty lies, where the political lines are concerned. So therefore, in my estimate, you know, these people have exposed themselves as being absolutely not credible in any way, shape or form when they are commenting on the state of affairs regarding Jamaica and the police force and how they are actually, you know, handling themselves. I did a video, you know, highlighting Mr. Will Rattigan's statement on this same platform. I'm just gonna go to my actual page and invite you guys to check that out. Right here, see it here? Will Rattigan. Don't believe them. This video right here, guys, if you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and take a look at that. That was dropped a day ago. Here's other videos in terms of, you know, the lies and the narrative that the Jamaica Labour Party want to push on us, that I have put out there, and I invite you guys to go ahead and look at it. Now, me and Motley, mighty God, we want to say congratulations to a legitimate democratic win from me and Motley. I mean, we cannot say the same for this government that is here right now. Legitimate, quite questionable regarding what happened on September 3rd. But it is quite clear that me and Motley, you know, based off her performance, not just talk, but her performance as a leader, the people have responded in kind to those results. You understand? And we must remember, market me, not me. Don't mix her with the JLP, because her sister party is DPMP. So Jamaica, if you want to bask in the type of results, we need to make sure that the People's National Party under Mark Jefferson Golding is in office the next time the opportunity presents itself, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of brain boxes in the Parliament for the PMP and those that are waiting to be added on to make it a win that would definitely propel Jamaica to another level under God, increasing beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play our parts in the welfare of advancing the entire human race. Yes? So let me know what you guys think about my thoughts on Mark Shields, and also, you know, Mystic Sensation thoughts on Mark Shields, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? Like, share, and subscribe. Alright, let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. We now waste no time around here. What we say we now do? We now waste no time around here. Not true? No time at all we now waste, ladies and gentlemen. One big accident going today at Swansea, you know, in a Clarendon, you know. Boy, I don't know if nobody pass away, but my good, you know, look good. Jamaica, it don't look good. Me not tell no lie. It don't look good none at all. That the truck there, we see the crush that they carry there. We just upset. Whoever did there at the front of the car, them escape with their life. You hear me say, I last video I put out, because I was watching TikTok and I saw a live come up. I said, wait, is that a truck? I said, what? No man, if that a one truck, whoever there in that truck there, you know look good, brother. It thing well serious for them. You know the truck. You know what I mean? But let me get to the next video. So I was perusing through TikTok, and I decided to take a look at, you know, the daily bread of a word and a verse. If you guys are not paying attention to a word and a verse on TikTok and you're not following, I would encourage you to do so. Alright? Don't wait for Bolo to share it. Want to make sure so you not follow a word and a verse on TikTok. As a matter of fact, let me share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. For those that are watching on Bolo VNR 2.0. See there, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, this is a word and a verse on TikTok. See it? You see it? A word and a verse. One word. Follow them. Them should have at least 80,000 people that watch them right now. That 8,000 something there. I don't know. I don't know what I deal with, but would I encourage you to watch it? See it? Alright, cool. So ladies and gentlemen, we have to call all the leaders to the front of the class. Every leader, not just Andrew Onis, every leader in the world. And I'm talking about the ones too, especially, that believe that they are untouchable, that believe, you know, in Jamaica, them have one saying when they say, you start smell your piss. Yeah man, they think you're a big man and you're the baddest thing since sliced bread. Yeah, I didn't lead the way I talk about specifically. If you live in France, I don't business where you live. Anywhere in the world you live, if you have a leader like that, you know Jamaican leader Andrew wanna stay like that. Him not humble. Him definitely is a lover of himself. So we are talking to all of them leaders specifically to come to the front of the class and listen to the utter claps we wanna go face very, very soon. If we don't repent and change and them something. Listen to this.
The target is nation and nations. That's why the prophet, when the prophet spoke, he said he will shake the nations. There are nations that do not believe they can be shaken. When we think of shaking, people just think of their house being shaken. But God, when God shakes, He's not just shaking a person. He's not just shaking a family. He's not just shaking a house. He's not just shaking a village. He's shaking not just communities, but He's shaking a nation, and He's shaking nations. That's how powerful God is, because He is God of the universe. He is in control of the entire created order. So nations must bow before Him. Nations must acknowledge Him as God, as King of Kings, as Lord, Owner, and Master. And where they fail to acknowledge God as Lord, Master, and Owner, He shakes them. And I'm speaking even to the Prime Minister. So when even you in your high office, I'm speaking to judges, high court judges. I'm speaking to Commissioner of Police, Chief of Staff of JDF, and all people, head of the Bankers Association, Bank of Jamaica head, the oligarchs. I'm speaking also, if the President of the United States were listening, I'm speaking to him as well. If the President of France was listening, I'm speaking to him as well. If the Premier of the UK is listening, I'm speaking to him as well. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter how high you think you are. I'm speaking to Elon Musk. I'm speaking to Jeff Bezos and all of those who consider themselves so wealthy as if nobody like them. When God shake, he not only shake individuals, but he shake and buildings and communities, but he shakes nations. Hallelujah. So he's shaking Jamaica, and look at what's happening. Other nations are being shaken. Trinidad is being shaken. The ABC Islands are being shaken. Talk to me, someone. Venezuela is being shaken. Barbados is being shaken. When he shakes, he not only shake California, but he shake 4, 5, 6 other states, and he can shake the entire 50 states of the United States of America one time. He can shake the entire continent of Africa one time. He can shake the entire globe one time. Because he's God, not just of a person, not just of families, not just of a nation, but he's God of nations. He's God of regions. He's God of territories. He's God of the entire created order. So we have to understand the magnitude of shaking when God shake. The emphasis is on nation and nations. So the shaking is not just to mash up Jamaica and leave Jamaica in crumble, in rubble. The shaking of Haiti and whichever other nation will be shaken, or destroyed for that matter, is not just to mash up the place and leave the place desolate. No. It is with the express intention to realign the nation such that God becomes first. First in the people's life. First in national, in the nation. And the nation becomes driven by passion for God, passion for righteousness. The fire of God burns in the nation. And the life that springs forth is one of submission to the authority of God. So that we can say like Jesus the Christ, my meat is to do the will of the Father. May the Lord bless us as we reflect on these seasons of shaking, and there is more to come. I pray that as a people and nation we will repent before it is too late, because even though realignment will come, it is going to come with pain and much tearing, much shattering, death and all. A word to the wise is sufficient. Hallelujah.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
and nations.
Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, in regards to Jamaica, where I live, we have to keep it on Jamaica. There has been a warning, you know. Sister Kerry and Mark Stewart, Peter Chambers, Apostle Jeffery Shuttleworth, and many more servants of God that have heard his voice and prophesied regarding, Dave, what are you doing? And prophesied regarding the shaking of Jamaica. But I think in this one, you know, Mr. Apostle Jeffery Shuttleworth took it out a bit further. He didn't just talk about the shaking of in terms of an earthquake, but he also talked about the shaking of the country and its status. Jamaica, what I read from this personally is that the country is going to be brought to its knees, and we are not going to have any choice but to lean on God. And some people might say, boy, why, you know, why would God destroy the place? God this and God that. Well, wisdom is a thing, you know, man. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Imagine God love we unconditionally, see? and we are children that are very stubborn maidens. We are one children who are very stubborn. And God, remember somebody upon the life, you know? And God decides, you know, when he think within himself, well, which is the best way to save the country? Because one of the things that we have to understand is that we have people in high places that are engaged in very evil practices that is causing a lot of bloodshed in the country. Sometimes your family members out there are victims because of the bloodletting. They speak about crime going down and all of this foolishness that they speak of, but the blood is still being spilled either by the criminals outside the force or criminals inside the force. And none of them can say that there's not criminals inside the force, because when you have a superintendent that is being caught with 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 parcels of cocaine as a superintendent of CTAC, they don't know that Jamaica is in trouble. That one example alone lets you know that we are in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Not true. If you agree, type agree in the comment section. Zine. So let's listen back again to important details that came from this particular thing. In terms of, no, let's listen to another clip that verifies the realignment of Jamaica and what is going to actually happen where leadership is concerned. Thus saith the Lord. Listen to this. Some people not gonna like this, no, but sorry for them.
Not if Jamaica is to be changed, because we know Jamaica is being changed. Jamaica is being transformed. And by or before 2027, we will see a new Jamaica emerging. Not completely new, obviously, but there will be major turning points. One of them, finally, we will be led by a righteous Prime Minister. And it might seem like a pipe dream. I'm smiling because those of us who are able to see in the realm of the Spirit, we have some interesting developments coming this year that will trigger changes politically, which will take many by surprise, because there are those who think that they are around forever and they can stay as long as they want. We shall see what we shall see. That's all I'm going to say. We shall see what we shall see. So apart from the intensification of judgment, which will come in different ways, not just natural disasters, but God will also use external intervention in the affairs of Jamaica. I'm going to say it one more time. God will use external interference in the affairs of Jamaica in order to set things right. Since we have leaders who think nobody like them, and they have put themselves in power through corrupt practices, we have...
Pastor, what you say them do? Them put themselves in power through what? Corrupt practices? Please expound. Expound.
A system of election where persons are to be duly elected, and they corrupt the system. So what God is going to do is going to use other means of displacing them. Watch and you will.
So basically, what I say is that the government that win the other day, them never did win legally. They are illegitimate government. Huh? Corrupt means to thwart the election. Mighty God. Hey, who never did know? Who surprised? Not me. What is in the darkness must come to the light, ladies and gentlemen. People, when people talk, them things, oh, you know, no, come down no bitter. No. That's not the true one. That's not the true reason. Hashtag stop thief. Yeah, man. Hashtag stop thief, man. No look a joke.
See, external intervention in addition to continued disasters of different types. So we shall see what we shall see. This is going to be a pivotal year which will pave the way for what will manifest in 2027. So we continue to pray the process through. Not if Jamaica is to be changed, because we know Jamaica is being changed.
So the change is coming, my good people. Fret not thyself. Samantha, how you doing? Good night. I have been on for the last 35 minutes, and you're the first one to comment in the comment section. So I have to say big shout out to Samantha Wellington for, you know, coming through and blessing the platform tonight. All if you does come, the fact you tell me good night, me appreciate it. Me don't know how, me can't even get one good night from a good supporter them. Bapu, what you deal with? Big up yourself, you know. Me just have to see that message there. See, I must see you are the only two person who say hello from who come in tonight. But God bless everybody else, all like bushwatcher them. Christopher, what you deal with? Tell me what you think about that in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? Because time is coming, you know what I mean? No, me could deal with that brother because I tell you say, yo, them money are not real people, yeah, man. Them money are different, brother. Let me see if I can find it on this. We have to deal with that bridge, you know. Zane, we have to deal with that bridge, you know. That bridge, you know, something really wrong with him, people. I'm not telling no lie. Let me just find the clip first and make we get to it. I think Jerry Bryan have it on him thing, so. So we're going to go through a series, I think, with this guy now, because honestly, something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. Alright, so right that's so. Where are they? Are these?
In the middle of the night.
Today they had the ceremony. Today they had the ceremony with the People's National Party. Jamaica, are you ready for high taxation? Who ready? Who is ready to be taxed out of their mind? Who is ready? Who is ready for the pressure? Right? Who is ready? That is the question. Let me just put this over here, so because I'm glad Damien spoke on this, because you know 60. These guys, you know, man, these guys in the Labour Party, they're pundits. They have this way of trying to take water out of stone. You understand? There's no rift, but them are trying to make a rift because them want a rift. SSP Wayne Cameron bail extended. Very important. Let me make sure that let me go over here. So yes, this is interesting, Mr. Wayne. We still not reach my designation yet in terms of what I actually look for. You know. Government plans to do what? Political fanfare as do. Oh yeah, I need to look at this definitely. People, I want to Marlon Morgan. Christopher. No, what is wrong with Marlon Morgan? Marlon Morgan, I don't know who is advising you, but them not like you here. Yeah man, somebody have you. I don't know if it's you willingly going out and being a clown stealer. I don't know if it's you going out being a clown for your party by your own free will, but It don't look good. It don't look good, Marlon Morgan. It don't look good at all. You need to have some self-respect, brother. Can't tell you that right now. You need to have some self-respect. Yes, see the clip, yeah, man. See the clip, yeah, man. See the clip, yeah, man. See the clip, yeah. This is the clip. Yeah, man, right here, so. So we're going to start off with that because... And then touch upon them other something. I put it there. Yes. Yes, that's how we're going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we gonna do it. Burr, burr, burr. That's how we gonna do it. Burr, burr, burr. So when it comes to America, you hear where the apostle say, if Donald Trump is listening, he might talk to him to say, when you realize say nobody is safe in terms of Lord's hand extended to the nation. Nobody is exempt, ladies and gentlemen. No matter how powerful they think them is. Feel me I deal with? If God wants to make your tenure tenuous, that's exactly what it's going to be. Very tenuous. Alright? So, pray for Donald Trump giving life to the Lord, because that would be very, very good to extend some grace to the men and women of God that are all around the world, trying to make it right with the Most High so they can get some more time. Not true? Like and share up the life, people. Don't keep this life to yourself. We have Donna Whittaker in the building. How are you? How are you? Andrea Royal. It's a come ready or not. Not true? That is it. Thank you guys for being here. Please remember, guys, that the super chat is open. The Cash App and the Zelle and the PayPal link is pinned at the top of the comment section on Bolo VNR 2.0. The super chat is open on Bolo VNR 2.0. It's not open on Bolo VNR clips. Alright? Alright. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, a series of things that occurred that I want to touch on in this particular reaction, right? Every time, one love. So let's start with this. Darrell Vaz. Let's start with Darrell Vaz.
And one line at once.
Minister Darrell Vaz.
Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Telecommunications Minister Darrell Vaz clarifies Auditor General's report on Starlink devices. 24-year-old soldier killed in gun attack along Waltham Park. And later in sports, Sunshine Girls are swept 3-0 by Australia.
Now the details. To begin this afternoon, Telecommunications Minister Darrell Vaz has sought to clarify his rejection to the Auditor General's report, which stated that he breached procurement rules in the purchase of Starlink devices. He made the clarification at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing.
I wish to make it abundantly clear my respect for the Auditor General's department and the Auditor General and the work it is mandated to do. But I maintain this is a national disaster. Extreme times require practical and prudent actions. And as a senior legislator and minister of government, I am always reminded that I'm under duty to uphold the Constitution and laws of Jamaica, for which I...
So ladies and gentlemen, red flag. As a minister, a senior minister of government, you have to be reminded about those things. Shouldn't it be a seasoned thing in your memory as to the fact that you have to maintain these laws and rules that are in place? Why do you have to be reminded? And how do you maintain your position while breaking the law? You did breach the law, but you maintain your position. So what are you saying? Are you saying that the rules and the laws of procurement and all of these things are not practical? You're telling us that the man that is heading, the people that are responsible to initiate the procurement at the ODPEM, you're telling us that them doing and initiating it is not prudent and it's not practical. So you had to be the one to initiate it. That's what you want us to believe. I find that extremely ridiculous. But let's continue.
I fully respect.
When asked if he now accepts that he breached the procurement guidelines, he had this response.
My position is very simple. I'm justifying my position while basically paying respect to the AG's department and her for her job that she does, because I do not wish to become in a controversial position with any agency of government.
This man is very, very contradictory. How do you want to position yourself as not being contradictory while being contradictory? When the Auditor General says you have breached and you said, well, I have not breached, there's no breach. You're on record saying that. But the law is clear. You have breached. And then when you see that the law is clear to be wrong and strong, you come out and say, well, if I have breached, I stand on breaching because I did it for the right reasons. When will the Jamaica Labour Party take responsibility? Don't answer that. Because it will never happen. Because you have a leader that comes out and back this up. It's a crying shame. Right? The reporter that spoke to him on this particular thing right here, she had to repeat herself to him in terms of the question that was asked. So are you saying that you actually breached? Are you saying that you breached? Are you admitting? And he could not admit. Why? Because they are narcissists, ladies and gentlemen. And they believe their own lies. Even when it's clear, you and everybody can see that you have breached the law because the law is clear. You are going to say no, oh, you know, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen to this.
Minister, response to the Auditor General's report on Starlink was one of complete rejection. This morning, you seem to be almost going back on what you're saying with a clarification. Are you now accepting the fact that you did in fact breach the procurement guidelines?
As minister leading the procurement, that was a breach or not. My position is very simple.
Brother, who teach your brother English? Yo, which school you go? I am not the best at English or comprehension or literature, but even me know say that the statement there is a contradictory statement. What do you mean by are not right or so? What do you mean by this? Let's go back.
Minister leading the procurement, that was a breach or not.
As minister leading the procurement, if you respect what the Auditor General report is saying, she is accurate that you breached the procurement. It's not a question that you breached the procurement. You did breach the procurement. I am redeemed. Samantha Wellington. No, listen to the man. What do you mean breach or not? It's a breach. The interpretation of the law is quite clear. Only two people can initiate the procurement within the ADPEM where disaster is concerned. And you and is not one of them. So you did initiate it, which means you broke the law. So what is the precedence being set here, ladies and gentlemen? The precedence being set is that we have a minister of government, not just a minister of government, a senior minister of government, which is telling Jamaica, listen, once you do it for the right reasons when you break the law, it's acceptable. This is a dangerous road we're going down, ladies and gentlemen. A dangerous road. And at the end of the day, it speaks to where we are as a society in the country. That we would dare to accept this type of answer from anyone in any side of the government. It doesn't matter if it was PNP or JLP. I don't care. I wouldn't accept this. This man needs to resign. Tufton needs to resign. Andrew Honest needs to resign. But all peas in one pod. Let's move on.
My position is very simple. I'm justifying my position while basically paying respect to the AG's department and her for her job that she does, because I do not wish to become in a controversial position with any agency of government.
So just to follow up, is that yes, you accept that you breached the procurement guidelines?
I accept fully what was said by the AG in relation.
Brother, if you accept what the AG said, that means say you breach. So you can't accept what you say and then maintain a position. Dana Whittaker, talk to me. Talk to me, people. Samantha, talk to me. Christopher, talk to me. How does he say this and get away with this? How does prudent, respectable journalists sit there and not say, no, Mr. Vaz, let me frame the question another way so we can get clarity. Because what you are saying is that the Auditor General is right, but you are still maintaining that you were wrong and right at the same time. Which is it? Which is it? Were you wrong in what you did, or were you right in what you did? We need to make it clear. And I would even go further as a journalist. So what you're saying, a man could unalive somebody in his family or unalive his woman and said he did it for the right reasons in his mind because she was cheating? Philippa, big up yourself. Make it make sense. When you have government officials that start to make excuses for breaking the law and justifying their excuse to break the law, where are we going as a country? Aren't they supposed to be the standard? So the youth them in the ghetto can do the same thing now in a crime. You know, say because me live in the ghetto and I'm poor, why me a scam? So me do it for the right reason. Because I did have to feed my mother, and I did have to feed my sister and my brother and send them go to school because my father did dead, so I have to rob other people. So I do it for the right reason, so it's justified. This is the road that we are going, you know. With people that accept this from Darrell Vaz, you know. We the people have to hold them accountable, Donna. We the people have to hold the government accountable. Me tell you now already, if you did serious, this government did have to live up long time. But we passive and we there wait for other people to save we. If we not lean upon God, that would have good. That would have great. Right? But we are leaning upon man to come save we. Everybody talking about, oh, the People's National Party need to do more. Every other country where me look upon where serious things are going on and the things need to change, and the people them go there in the streets and me talk about everybody united. So what is wrong with us? Why we stay so absent and kick back? Why is that? I don't understand. I'm confused. It's weird. It's weird to me. You know what I mean?
To me getting involved in the procurement.
To Minister Vaz, your initial
imposed a stop order on senior. A judge imposed a stop order on Senior Superintendent Wayne Cameron when his fraud case came before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court today. His $500,000 bail was also extended. The judge also ordered that SSP Cameron surrender his travel documents. The case was then adjourned to May 28. SSP Cameron is charged with 5 counts of fraudulent conversion and 6 counts of larceny as a servant, stemming from alleged financial irregularities at the Police Officers Association, the POA. He is accused of using his position as chairman of the POA to write and encash checks for his own benefit to the tune of $15 million. SSP Cameron, however, has maintained his innocence.
SSP Cameron, sir, you look like you know something we don't know. Go on world firm general, because that look something where them are going with, or where them are going with. Zin? And the truth shall come out. The truth shall come out, whatever that is. Alright? Let's go to here, ladies and gentlemen. we're keeping on the politicians them right now.
And it was fanfare on Duke Street as supporters of the JLP and PNP showed out in their numbers and colors. Here's Romano Lyons with that report.
Duke Street painted green and orange. Hair, earrings.
Choose Jamaica.
Shoes, the sidewalks.
You know, it is... These people have no shame. With everything that's going on in the country, people really still come out proud, wearing green and talking about Choose Jamaica. When the police are unaliving innocent citizens in the streets, these people still talking about Choose Jamaica. I pray that God give them a conscience. I pray that the truth shall fall from their lips. You understand? Like when water run out of your mouth and you drink too much. Yeah, man, it just for flow, man. Mighty God.
Special. Banter.
Bangarang, when I deal with that in a Labour Party.
Gratitude.
No.
Uno no deal with what? No, one party have the most bangarang. As a supporter comes and says that they don't deal with bangarang. What can go so? No.
Nobody else but PMP. Push me have a house. From your 19, I own my house, Evie of Yarden.
Political Toy Story, a cowboy, Johnny Bravo, and Miss Burchell all dolled up. But all excitement.
What on there? Miss Burchell. No, ladies and gentlemen, look for Marlon Morgan. Why Marlon Morgan do this to himself? Bro, any criticism you get, you like attention, you like negative attention. You do something for you. This man with his monstrous personality. And we're not talking about his size right now. We are talking about his personality. His monstrous personality. Sought to come to Parliament today in a... What is that? Is that a cowboy boot? In Jamaica. You have no sense. And mental health issues mental health is real. Marlon Morgan needs to be evaluated. First of all, we live in our tropical country. Nobody now ride on the horse in Jamaica except when they go on some tourist place where them have some horse, you know, like when they call them other place they don't run away. When them call them other place there, where them have the horse them and something. Whenever go there, yeah man. Nobody now wear no water boat, Marlon Morgan. What you do with this big old hat on your head? In a Parliament, bro. And I like you go to and see your party and you know what I say? You got one show and you feel like say yo, you want to have a style and while. Brother, nobody in a Parliament no wear them thing there. So you as a big person, a massive individual, you just want to be seen. Let me tell you something. I may give you one little bit of advice. You see when you're big, try to be invisible. That is an art. You get what I'm saying? And you see when you are visible, make a proper impact. That makes sense. You will be respected. But you see when you do the opposite, you're going to look like one clown, brother. And people are going to perceive you as such. Mighty God. But enough for you. Enough for you. Mr. Dawes looking dapper as usual. So this lady mad Juliet Wallace. Mighty God, Mrs. Nikisha Burchell. You know, one day I wish to meet you. I really do. I don't wish to meet politicians, but I wish to meet you one day in the right capacity. Yes, you know what I mean, and the right timing. God bless you. And a bad mind here. Yeah, man. And worse like how you are a church lady too. And your father a pastor. Big up yourself. I got none but love for you. And I love how you deal with them in our Parliament too. Mighty God, let's continue.
But all excitement came to a pause for the national anthem. It even triggered respect among...
Oh, this wig is legendary.
I'm a dialysis comrade of the People's National Party. So I have to out here to support my MP and my followers.
And the word of the day, even outside of Parliament, has been taxes. This reading makes the man, but it angers this woman's spirit.
Raise for new taxes. What kind of taxes? Finance Minister said taxes. What the hell, bro, close? Hell, bro, close to Jamaica with them.
JLP supporters say otherwise. You expected it or not a good time?
Well, we expect it.
Why?
And why?
Question deferred to teammate.
Why?
You see, I remember the other day when we had the big protest. And what happened? They interviewed some people from the People's National Party that did not know why they were protesting. They didn't know the exact reason for that particular protest. Look at us now. A similar situation. Asked about taxation, saying him expect the taxation, but cannot explain why him expect the taxation. Fully done. Let's move on.
Why? Because I'm doing good. I see the best in my honest.
What are they? So when one country do good, they get more tax? No. Miss Salvanev. No. You see? You know, sometimes people say no comment, you know. Jamaican people, I'm not talking about the labor right them alone. You see, if you don't know the answer to something, and then put one camera in your face or a microphone, tell them say no comment. It is the most intelligent thing to do. You are not versed on the topic. Don't speak on it. This lady said Andrew Honest are going good. That's why them attacks we more. Jesus! Mighty God! So a dumb and dumber. The brother dumb. So you dare say, I don't know, me pass the baton to somebody else so them can tell we how it go. And that the somebody they are tell we madness. Them are going good. That's why we are getting more tax. I mean, just in before September 3rd, the government was telling us, oh, no new taxes. Whoa! Them not giving no new taxes, but the economy never grow. Not even 2% the economy don't grow. And they're not giving no new taxes. Which was a lie. Because it was technically a lie. Because all the taxes that were there were increased. They never gave no new tax, you know. But the one that were there skyrocketed because of inflation. See, this is why you have to have understanding and knowledge, you know, about what is going on, you know. Not so you're doing good night. Right? Yes. This is sad, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this again.
And why?
Question deferred. Say otherwise. You expected it or not a good time?
Well, we expect it.
Why?
And why?
Question deferred to teammate.
Why?
Why? Because I'm doing good. I see the best in my honest, I'm fixed hospital, no police crying again.
Well, the ones.
No, brother, we can't deal with this, bro. No, we can't. No, listen, miss, me not even other you me a come for. Elder, me not come for you. You are an example of the bigger problem. This is bad. Why is it that the people that will support the political party them the most don't know nothing about what going on in our country? Did you hear this lady a while ago? Mighty God, make you play it again. Because him a go on good and what? Make you play it again. Jesus.
Why?
And why?
Question deferred to teammate.
Why?
Why? Because I'm doing good. I see the best in my honest, I'm fixed hospital, no police crying again.
Well, the ones behind her.
Miss, let me tell you something. God bless you here. Repent. Just repent. That's all I beg of you. Just repent. Repent for your sin, because a lying lips is an abomination. You tell me say police now ball. Not just the other day the lady we are JLP about what the government has said. We have done well with putting down crime, but the money no good. Not my word. She is a known JLP and she in the force. Right? She support the man won't I worship. And she wanna burn them out and say, well, money there. So when you have a talk about the police, them now ball, what you talking about? Them a ball out, the highest ranking police, them a ball out. If they never ball out, they probably wouldn't have sell drugs at CETA. If they wanna pay them good. I'm not giving them an excuse to sell drugs at CETA, you know. But I'm just saying. Probably. Greed is greed, innit? And the next thing we talk about the hospital lady, you should be ashamed of yourself. I can say that's the most respectful thing I could say. You should be ashamed of yourself. The hospital them? You mean when the nurse then come out of the talk about? You mean when the auditor general talk about the scamming that are going on in the hospital them? You mean CRH, we have bill for 10 years now and can't done rebuild? We are refurbished? Which hospital Andrew want to clean? You know something? I'm going to continue because them people are sick in the head.
Aren't crying.
First time police and teacher and them way them run, we're gone to America. Now them have to run, come back because no one are better than you.
Miss, oh my God. Bro, which teacher run come back to Jamaica? Yo, somebody give that lady I want to check up. I am calling to give her serious psychiatric evaluation. I am not being funny. I'm very serious. Because only somebody that is mentally disabled can say what she has said right now. Which teacher, which nurse, which police go off foreign and work and run come back to Jamaica now because Jamaica the best? Where? How can you just come on national television and lie? Don't answer that because you want to labor right. Let's move on.
God.
Even with shades, he's seeing the spark.
Right now, the Sparks program with Donovan is sending a message to even at Central Kingston alone, but to other residents who has passed. People has come and see the good work that this government is pushing out.
But some say the only thing pushing is hardship.
Yo, which Spark program the brother you talk about? Yo, like, is being delusional like a requisite of being a labor right? Like, bro, you can't so delusional, bro. Yo, me can't go on the television in a good faith and just lie about the performance of a party where me I support. Me can't do it. Me don't know how them people do it. He said something about the Spark. You mean the road them way? Remember, Andrew Jones came out and said we have a road crisis. Who remember that? Anybody? There is a crisis. There's a health crisis, a road crisis. Now we have a crime crisis in the JCF and the JDF, which them no want to admit. But as the year goes by, ladies and gentlemen, mark my words, I am not a prophet, but I listen to the prophets. Mark my words. You see this area, you're going to hear from the mouth of the Prime Minister. So we have a crisis internally where crime is concerned in the JCF and the JDF. Mark my words. You never hear it.
I believe the PNP is the best. Yeah, and PNP we don't suffer so much when time PNP are in the place. No, like they suffer. That we can't say about it.
American people cannot manage no new taxes right now at this present time. You get me? Many of us are not working right now. A lot of Jamaicans are not working right now. You get me? So the taxes don't make sense right now.
And who did it first? The shoe war.
No, PNP party is the first party. Brandish Clarks. I will labor right copy with.
My Clarks, my grandson sent it from England because when I'm swearing, I have to look good because my Prime Minister young and look good. Yeah, man.
The Prime Minister counts a big green clocks. I'm not buy orange clocks for count time.
But it wasn't just about trivial matters. Some supporters say they want big issues to be addressed.
Building hospital, police station, see to that. Although people are getting already, but help poor people.
The government pay more attention towards the health sector.
Romarda Lyons, TVJ News.
Alright. I didn't expect to take so long with this reaction, but these people triggered me. Let's go to this last part in the reaction for this part of the show. Damian Crawford, ladies and gentlemen. Damian Crawford addressing the situation that Nationwide is pushing in the atmosphere. Let's hear what he has to say.
To our primetime news follow-up now, the parliamentary opposition is downplaying reports about tension between former PAAC member and member of parliament for Northwestern St. Catherine Damien Crawford and the PAAC chairman, the PAAC chairman for and MP for Southern Manchester Peter Bunting. Now, as Anthony Law reports, Mr. Crawford has also signaled his intention to lead the PNP one day.
Damien Crawford's resignation from the Public Administrations and Appropriations Committee PAAC caught many by surprise. And 24 hours after TVJ News reported that tension is brewing between Mr. Crawford and PAAC Chairman Peter Bunting, this response from PNP General Secretary Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Is there a rift between the two? I don't know of that.
Crawford's decision to step away stems from issues surrounding the management of proceedings at PAAC meetings, particularly when he sought to pose questions. When our news team caught up with Mr. Crawford on Thursday, he downplayed talks of a rift, but pointed to the dynamic inside the room.
We wanted to ensure efficiency on the thing, and I've indicated that in pursuit of ambition, all persons, especially those of lower income and those who came from the grassroots, must ensure that they don't allow themselves to be trampled on in pursuit of ambition. And I thought that some of the ways that I was being dealt with was not up to my own standard. And to that extent, I decided to allow for efficiency and take myself off the committee.
Some have questioned his position, arguing that as chairman of the meetings, Mr. Bunting must seek to strike a balance while carrying out his duties. However, TVJ News understands that the issue goes deeper. Our news team also caught up with Mr. Bunting on Thursday.
I try not to take on either social media rumor or media speculation. I don't feel those things.
Despite the recent events, Mr. Crawford noted that he would not do anything to damage the party he has big plans for.
I am still a member of the team. As I've said before, I will do nothing to hurt the party for which I am a member of and for which I hope one day to lead. So we don't have a problem with that. Our opinions of the world still remains the same. This is not a birthday party for friendship. It's a party about ideological congruence, and we are ideologically aligned.
And do you believe you have enough support on the ground to one day accomplish that goal of leading the party?
Well, I've not assessed that support as yet because it is not an immediate reality. And a day in politics is a million years. You can have it today and lose it tomorrow. You can not have it today and gain it tomorrow.
He was quick to add that the ambition is not immediate, but said his commitment to the organization remains firm. In the meantime, Dr. Dayton Campbell is insisting the opposition remains strong. Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.
To a prime.
Alright, I'm going to be honest with you guys, as I always try to do. I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm not going to be honest, I don't speak on it. It is clear to me, ladies and gentlemen, that something happened. Based off the utterances of Damien Crawford, something happened between him and Peter Bunting, and like I said, men are men and we have egos. Now, based off Damien Crawford's utterances, right, it tells me that he's a professional. So what he's saying is that, listen, we can have our differences, but ideology, you know, in terms of our ideals, in terms of governing the country in a way to actually allow people to thrive and grow, they have the same mission. So even if you and a team member might have some disagreement in a particular space in time, that does not mean that he is ever going to do anything on his end to bring down the organization. And one, I respect his honesty, and two, I applaud him for that. You understand? Yeah, man. Alright, that's why I left it where that is concerned. So I'm gonna hold Damien Crawford to that. And I like Peter Bunting's response to the people. Hey, listen, I don't get involved in those things. You understand? Yeah, man. You guys can say what you wanna say, because we're gonna focus on the real issues that is going on in Jamaica. You know, like these new taxes. Yes, that's what we're gonna focus on. The real issues. Alright, so let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section. Like and share the video, alright? Yeah, man, that's how we deal with the thing, man. No look a joke, you feel me? No look a joke, ladies and gentlemen, no look a joke. Moving on. Moving on. Yes, yes. We're moving on. What we say we are do? We're moving on. I'm on the line. I'm online. What? Madwa? Oh, so me don't understand. What is this? But me have already.
This year? With 26 on it?
Why you never did get one for me?
We buy a package with one in here. Me have it.
Oh.
One for yourself.
Yo, what is that? Is that AI? What the hell? Nobody can be that tall, bro. Nobody can. No, alright, so ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Yo. No, me just going to indulge in our foolishness right now for a second. Let us look at the dress code of some of these people today in this ceremony today. Let me turn on my camera for you people in Bolo and our clips. Janet, how you doing, my baby? Janet, you know so we are going to talk the truth around here, alright? We not butt up and pretty up nothing, man. The truth shall set you free, no, man. Damian Crawford has increasingly let it be clear to everybody that he still has ambitions to lead the party one day. One day! And I wouldn't want him to lie to me, so I have to respect him for that. You feel me, I did? And I don't think there's anything wrong with him having ambitions to do that one day. You understand? And he spoke about politics being like a million years. You know, being in politics is like a million years, you know what I mean, you know? Yeah, in a real life. Go on like and show up the live, ladies and gentlemen, for me. I make them know say Bolo live on the late nightly news broadcast. Although I'm not put up that thumbnail there. This is the late night broadcast, don't it? Now, let's go to this. Yeah, him not take nuts. You know, say Damian Crawford is a man who respect himself highly. I respect him intelligence. You feel me? I did it. And you have to understand, as me say, ego. You have to understand ego, ladies and gentlemen. Pride and ego. It can be a positive and it also can be a negative as well. And I not tell no man fit make a man. Because if a man feel like say next man a trample down upon him and a put him down, I believe the best thing you can do is remove yourself from the situation if that is your belief. So I can't say to the man said, brother, you shouldn't do that. I can't. How me go do that? Because I know myself. Means a man will take myself from situations regularly, you know. Yes, man. Yeah, I remove. Let me tell you something. Personally, the worst thing you can do is be trapped in a situation. And what do I mean by that? Imagine you decide that, you know, you, in terms of a personal, like you decide to, alright, you are going to be in a relationship with this girl. And this girl turned out to be everything that you don't desire. She was hiding her true self. To compound the situation, ladies and gentlemen, you have a child with this girl. Mighty God! Now you are bound with true responsibility to take care of that child. Right? Under God and under the law. As a man, you're in a precarious position. Because if you're a man that maintains your peace, right now you're living in hell on earth. Literally. You're living in hell on earth. You feel what I'm saying? So, I guess what I'm saying is that, one, you have to maintain your pride, and two, you have to be humble enough to ask God for help to lead you in how you're supposed to really move. And, you know, screen the people that will actually come in your life for you. You understand? Send the right persons your way. Give you a sign. I remember the Greens family. Their story is so inspiring. I don't know if you guys know the Greens family on YouTube. Big them up. When he met his wife now, he had prayed, right? And he reached the point where he met her, and she also prayed for her husband, and she met him. And even when they met each other, they went in prayer and fasting again to pray to make sure and ask God to confirmation, say, this is the person that you sent for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't see how that is not the best way to go. I don't see how that is not the best way to go, because we are all different individuals uniquely in our characteristics, and sometimes certain characteristics clash with the other, right? A woman has to be a woman and a man has to be a man. And when it's a union situation where they are making they are going to be having a family structure under God, it is important for each person to understand them role and also give each other grace. You feel me? I say, because two of them are going to make mistake. Two of them are going to make mistake. The man are going to make mistake and the woman are going to make mistake. But when God put that person in your life and God don't make no mistake, God don't say, yo, with all of the minor mistake them, this is the perfect person for you. The good outweigh the bad. So now we can have a longevity, right? Within our relationship that God ordains to happen, because he's the one that brought it together. And the Bible said, nothing that God put together, no man shall put asunder. That's how you go. Eh? You know me? Right, the mommy has 9 years. Mommy, what the Bible say? Nothing that God put together shall no man put asunder. That's how you go. Yes. Whoever God put together, let no man put asunder. That is if it's God. But that is the concept of which I was speaking. So yeah, right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear me quote the scripture, a mummy. You understand? Over the years, yeah man, she quote scripture like wow, and that's how we know them. So she always a speak the word. She always a preach while just speaking. Feel me I say? Yes. So, yeah, that. So big up Dayton Crawford, big up Peter Bunting, and big up Mark Golding, big up the People's National Party, and we move forward. If the outside voices out there want to continue to hang on to it and try to milk whatever they want to milk out of it, then whatever, that's their prerogative, innit? Right? Should I go live on TikTok? You know, I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Alright. So let us have some fun now, ladies and gentlemen. Let us have some fun. Let us have some fun. Let me turn my camera. Mighty God. Ladies and gentlemen, who is this? Oh Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, who is this? Huh? Who is this? Who is this, guys? Oh my God. No man. No man. What is happening here? No, what is actually taking place here, guys? Somebody talk to me in the comment section. Yo, are you feeling this look? What is this? This look like conjunction and crossroad meet them one another. One conjunction and one crossroad meet them one another. What you say? Yo. Not second field. All him need was a pole and a straw. No, people. What really are going on? So no, listen to me. What is this cam fashion business? Is that like where all the pictures are? Hold on there. Let me Google that. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on there. Cam fashion. Alright. Let us go to cam fashion. Cam fashion. Let me see if I can find all that picture of my cam fashion, you know. Where is cam fashion? Cam fashion. Them have a Facebook, Cam Fashion Limited Kitchen? No, it can't be that. Cam Fashion YouTube? Can't be that. Cam Fashion. Lord Jesus, sorry, boy. Cause me see, I don't know the website, you know. You understand? Designs, blending, African, boop. Cam Fashion. So Cam Fashion. Is that them have a Instagram? Okay. Well, this is definitely not the Cam Fashion I'm looking for, because. But anyway, let's go back to this. Jesus, boy, this man, Mr. Mackenzie, your clothes tell us your age. And the best thing that me can say. Your clothes tell us your age. Yeah, man. In regards to the lady on the left, her dress is confusing me. I have problem. I look upon her. It's the color coding for me. Because I don't know, am I being too harsh? What is actually happening here? I am not a designer, so I am not a professional. But for me, these two is a fail. Her more than Desmond Mackenzie, because at least Desmond Mackenzie stuck to the crisscross coloring and the white and the blue. She is all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is a ball of confusion right here. I don't know what to do. The design no match nuts. Janet, allow me to tell, something is not right. Something not right. May I tell you right now? Something is not right, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Let me see what I go on. I think them support. Oh, look at the beautiful, elegant. Zulika dress. Very simple and classy. Look at that. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen, and classy. Me give her a 9.5 out of 10. Trust me. Yeah, man. She not misspend that one of people. No look a joke about it. Right? The length of the dress. You understand me? I say everything. Professional, sleek, sexy, right? And respectable. She go on with herself, Jamaica. Zulika just go on with herself. Desi, what's up? I lie? She go on with herself, man. Me have to give her that one. Big up Zulika just on that one. No look a joke about it. She sell off. She fully sell off. Let me see if, and congrats again to Mrs. Mia Motley. Right? Big legitimate victory. Right? Let's look at some of these pictures. Oh, look at this Donna Scott Motley, yes? In her full white. Oh, this was Mark Golding speaking with. And you know, I'm gonna go to those clippings. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go to those. I hope they are not. Michelle, how you doing? Zulika just is a class lady. True. Big up Mr. Keith Russell. Yes. Very, very sharp, sir. Very, very sharp indeed. I like him tie. Him tie sell off. Jamaica. Him tie sell off. I almost didn't recognize Miss Hanover. I swear. She's looking radiant in her red. Mrs. Bennett. Yes, she's looking very radiant in her red, guys. I lie? Tell me the truth. Because I'm not biased, you know. I'm not biased. I'm not biased. This is the lady from Hanover as well. You know, she a businesswoman, so she come out business-wise, you know. Very, very simple, but classy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bless up Miss, what's her name again? Oh my days. I am so sorry. What's her name again, ladies and gentlemen, from East Hanover? Oh, Jesus. Somebody help me out, man. Somebody help me out, man. Oh my God. She have a funny name. That's why sometimes I forgot it, you know. Let me see if nobody in the chat will help me out. In the meantime, Damon Crawford. Yes. Mr. Ferguson. Yes, big up yourself. Andrea Perkis. Yes. Miss Andrea Perkis. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? And you know, this lady has been working very hard since she won, you know. Sometimes I wonder if there's any truth to the conspiracy that the actual hurricane was man-made. I really sometimes wonder in Jamaica. You know? I don't know, but Antonio, what's up? Thank you for the help there, Antonio. I don't know. Sometimes I have to wonder if it was really man-made. Not true. Alright. So now Mrs. Angela Brown Burke. You see the hat? Let I tell you something, man. This lady dresses to her characteristics. She dresses to her personality. She came out representing the color, close to the party. She came with the khaki pants and the red shoes. She came military, you know. A strong, you know, black woman that she is in the parliament that nobody can bully, you know. Stand up for herself and stand up for her colleagues, you know. And it's good to see Damian Crawford right beside Mark Golding and Dr. Dayton Campbell, you know, because I'm going to be frank with you, Damian Crawford does hold that position in the party, you know, where respect is concerned. You understand? When you look at Joy Barnes, what are you doing? Guys, remember to help me with my what do you call it? Oh my God. Help me with my live goal on Bolo VNR 2.0. Remember the super chat is available. Alright? So big up Miss Angela Brown Burke. Trust me, the hat, oh my God, listen man. The hat really took it to another level, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? And sometimes you have to have a woman general beside you in leadership, you know. Right? One that serves and is loyal. And sometimes it's good to have persons within your party as a leader that does not have any ambition to, you know, take your place and just support you. Everybody need that. And if Damian Crawford should, you know, realize his ambitions, he's going to need it too. He's going to need people to just support him and not look to challenge him. You understand? Or look to take his place one day. I think the mark of any good leader is to know when to actually step down. And I have a feeling about Mark Golding that he's not really looking to stay in this thing for a long time. I think for me, what I get from him is that he wants to set things in a certain way that would lead Jamaica down a path that even if he's not around, Jamaica is in safe hands, especially regards to the law, and how it actually shapes the direction in which the country is going. You understand? So I'm big up to Mr. Julian Robinson as well. And you see the beautiful Nikisha Burchell in the pink there, you know, in all her femininity. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's continue. Let me see what's going on here. So now, oh my God, the beautiful vocalist, Mrs. Nita Garvey.
Prayer.
Where is it? Yes, prayer is good. Those who are? Oh, okay. So we have, oh my God, look at the ladies, man. The ladies them look good in Jamaica. No man, no, the PNP ladies them look good. No look a joke about it. PNP ladies them look good. Right? No, me not lie. Miss Nikisha, Miss Nita Garvey, Mrs. Nita Garvey, she stands out. She look like a rock star, guys. I kid you not. Yes, I'm colorblind. I love in that. Yes, I'm colorblind. Me a man. There's a man colorblind. Not saying if you deal with me, son. Not saying if you deal with me, son. No, that's straight. Me put that one there a while ago. Yo, not so easy, you know. Not so Bolo colorblind. Not true. Me colorblind for true, but no, man. Mrs. Nita Garvey. No, Mrs. Nita Garvey, ma'am. Wow. I mean, for her at her height, she really rocked this. She really rocked this, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? And you know, she's a plus size lady, a beautiful plus size lady. You know what I'm saying? She come out strong. Me not lie. She look good. Mrs. Nita Garvey, you look good. You look good. You look good. You look good. Miss, you look good. No joke about that. Alright, let me see something here. No man, look on Mr. Newell. Mr. Newell with the burgundy, brother. You know say, hey, you have to be a star for wear that, you know? No man, Mr. Newell, for you sell this burgundy right here, so Mr. Newell. Let me tell you something. This man is normal. This, you see this color here? Rich. And you know some of my people, them don't really go, oh gosh, man. No. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. What you're looking at on the screen right now, in regards to the individuals, both the man and the woman, class personified, you understand? Class, whoever is dressing Mr. Professor Floyd Morris, sir, you need to give the number for your stylist to Marlon Morgan, yeah, you need to give your number for your stylist to Marlon Morgan. Honestly, I highly recommend it. Yeah, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Hold on there. All them say, come and listen to Andre today, you know, me big up Mama Son in about. I know this a picture of Mama Son and I talk about. If you guys look at this picture, the person behind Mr. Mark Golden right here, so you know say that is Damian Crawford. So Damian Crawford was indeed in the picture. But the angle of this picture, you can't see him right beside Chris Brown, that is right on the shoulder, the left shoulder of Mark Golding. As you can see, the Dr. Dawes is right there. Yes? So, you know, him there, man. Damian Crawford is right just because him hairstyle, him put it away. Right? You know, him have only locks. Him that right is side of Dayton Campbell. So he was there. He was there. Everybody is in this picture. Everybody is in this picture for the People's National Party. All 28 of them is there. right? All 28 of them is there. Now, I don't know in this one, I don't know. I'm not seeing him in this one. Not quite sure about this particular. Maybe this was the one she was talking about, you know. But in the other two I saw him, right? Now, you see this lady right here and this gentleman in the Senate. The People's National Party has some very brilliant minds. And if you don't listen to the Senate, Colleen, how you doing? If you don't listen to the Senate, you know, you won't pick that up. We have some extremely brilliant minds in the People's National Party. Miss Curiosity Kid. No man, Damon Crawford not gonna know, man. That them want. Them want a riffing at the People's National Party. Right? Because them understand the trend in which the People's National Party is going. The trend is victory. Remember, it's only 3 seats that the People's National Party missed that they would have needed, or 4 seats that they would have needed to form government. So they know, ladies and gentlemen, that they're trending in the wrong direction. You understand? But I want to salute this lady on the screen right here. Alright? I love her countenance in Parliament. She's not loud, but her questions are sharper than a samurai sword. This lady that you're looking at on the screen. She's not loud enough. And I'm not knocking anybody that's loud. Loudness is sometimes necessary, because sometimes the vibration of your voice needs to wake up the audience that is listening to you. Right? She said, what I like, they didn't come in orange. They came in style. Their outfits match the PNP era. Yes, that is true. That is true. Let the supporters have the colors. Let them bear the colors. Oh, this lady as well. You don't sleep on a short lady, you hear? Another brilliant mind in the People's National Party. I don't remember her name. And ma'am, if you're listening, please forgive me. I have nothing but love for you. Alright, and respect. So, you know, she's one of them. She's one of them. She's one of them. You know, if you talk about Mr. Ferguson's son. Mr. Ferguson, hey, big up yourself. You understand? Mr. Ian Hills. Sharp as usual. Yes? Big up yourself, bossy. Big up yourself. Watch it. Watch that, Mr. Campbell, man. Aye. General. Mr. Chris Brown, big up yourself. Hey, let me tell you something. You know, I don't want the people them. You know, I'll say again, big up Mr. Colin Bell. Anywhere I'm there. Every time. Respect the man, show me respect the man. I've never met him yet, but I listen to him a lot. You see me I deal with, call him on his show and we have a conversation. The man I say, yo, watch on the man, bodo up. And I say, yo, you know, I'm not too agree. And the man I say, but what me really mean at this? And I say, oh, and me have to agree because I can't say I'm gonna tell the truth and say a lie matter. That is not me. We can't do that. So we understand, so the People's National Party I take a certain type of approach in the Parliament. Me I beg you to turn it up a little bit. And Dr. Dayton Campbell, my general, my political general, me I tell you, I want to see you really knock them when if you knock them. You understand me I say? Me see you knock vase, you know. What the year, you know, enough people are going like say, them no members say you knock vase. As a matter of fact, let me play it. Let me play it. What the year, the other day, no member say Dr. Dayton Campbell knock doors. You know, so that, you know, Dr. Vaz, sorry. You know Dr. Vaz, Daryl Vaz. Him knock Vaz what the year, you know, man. Him knock Daryl Vaz what the year in the Parliament, you know. Enough people are going like say, yo, them asleep. Them asleep on him, you know. Hello, you know, nobody asleep. You know, better wake up. Because we go play the tape. Zane, me find the tape. See tape, yeah?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, through you to the Minister, sir. In the statement on page 5, it says that in one instance, 40 miles of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore approximately 2,000 customers. Is the minister aware that that is a proposal and that that has not yet taken place? There is no rebuilding of lines that has taken place from Ferris to Hodges in St. Elizabeth. To go further, Mr. Speaker, there is not one customer of JPS in Eastern.
No, on the ear, Mr. Gold in the background, misleading the house again.
Westmoreland that is currently with electricity. What? Not one. Of the 17,000 persons, customers in Westmoreland that are currently without electricity, over 10,000 of them are from Eastern Westmoreland. Approximately 60% of them are from Eastern Westmoreland. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I met with Mr. Hugh Grant. I met with Mr. Hugh Grant, the CEO of JPS, and a group of members from JPS who are currently stationed at Sanders in the White House Division in Eastern Westmoreland, and they went through and gave a full presentation to myself, the member from Western Westmoreland, and the member from Central Westmoreland. Right? Now, the plan is to put a generator in Darliston so that you can serve the school, the police station, the health center, tax office, and I've asked them to go down as well to Clifton Boys Home. That is a plan to do so. We will still not have any electricity up in Bethel Town. When we say that there are persons who are not ready to receive light, that is true. And that is also not new. That is certainly not a Christopher Columbus moment. Because we said it from day one.
Yo, man. So, yo, you wanna see how Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell beat Daryl Vaz in the Parliament. So, I don't want to get it twisted, you know. Yo, as some effective. You see them bullet here where I shoot off a Daryl Vaz in the Parliament. Just look for my reaction. Yo! And these are figurative bullets. It's not real bullets, obviously. Words. The words are like bullets hitting him, piercing his defenses. You understand? And making him look absolutely ridiculous in Parliament. Because you know him like for wrong and strong, but he couldn't wrong and strong. Well, he attempted to be wrong and strong, but let's continue.
And here that over 5,000 houses were totally destroyed. As a matter of fact, the member from Western Westmoreland was criticized and accused of crying crocodile tears when he said, why not take the money to rebuild the houses because you can't give light to people who don't have.
Asking about Edmund.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Continue with the questions.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
This is God's We say asking about Edmund Rich.
I have the privilege of representing the people of Eastern Westmoreland. And I think when they elected a representative, they elected one from among them to go.
Member from Westmoreland Eastern.
Mr. Speaker, just so that the records show what was actually said. At no time, clarification to something. At no time did I accuse the JPS of stopping the work, which was said just now. At no time. To the contrary, Mr. Speaker, I said that I met with the CEO and his team, and I said that they have a command center from which they gave me an update. That is what I said. The minister also made reference to the trajectory of the storm and where it landed. I'm happy that we are now concluding that it did make landfall in eastern Westmoreland, because that is something that we have denied for quite a while. And Mr. Speaker, it doesn't matter about the geographical location. A generator can be placed in Bethel Town. It can be done, sir. Right? It can be done. And 150 million US can buy a generator for the people in Bethel Town.
So, when you say Daryl Vaz get back up in our corner some time ago, not too long ago in a parliament in regards to the JPS. So it appears as if, and JPS, I'm still waiting on you guys to come out and tell us if you told Daryl Vaz a lie and you told Dr. Dayton Campbell the truth. And I don't see the reason, motive for you guys to do that, because the People's National Party is not in power. So, for most of us up, baby. So, I don't know why you would even do that, or suggest. Why I don't know why would Daryl Vaz even suggest that you gave him wrong information. I think you should sue Daryl Vaz, the JPS. I really do, because he has tainted your reputation in the eyes of well-thinking Jamaicans. I don't know if I'm the only one that is looking at this situation with him and JPS so deeply. Daryl Vaz got a report. According to him, the JPS fed him misinformation. That's what he said. The JPS misled him. Right? Listen to this. TikTok, I had to come on here. Listen to Daryl Vaz in our press conference.
And the electricity restoration. First of all, as committed yesterday in Parliament, let me clarify a particular statement that I made in Parliament yesterday.
You guys notice how much clarifications Daryl Vaz has to be making recently. Let's continue.
Which turned out to be erroneous information given to me by the Jamaica Public Service, where I indicated that in one instance, 40 miles of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore approximately 2,000 customers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daryl Vaz wants to blame JPS for giving him erroneous information. As a minister of government, right, that is supposed to be responsible. A minister of government that a 100 to 200 to 300% increase on their money because they're the best of the best. It never occurred to them, ladies and gentlemen. It never occurred to him that you should verify the information that JPS gave you. And I'm only taking his word for it, because I really don't believe him. I don't believe that JPS told him what he said they told him. I believe he was misinformed by his own lack of understanding. That is what I believe. But we're going to run with what he said. The point of the matter is, the onus is still on him. If you are Minister of Government and so much lines and light posts go up and 2,000 customers get light, you didn't do any background check? You didn't link Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell and says, Dr. Dayton, I hear that there's some restoration of 2,000 persons that get back light. You have any evidence of that? You did not send a team out there to say, all right, listen, go and check for me to verify whether or not. You didn't check any of the caretakers. You didn't check any of the JLP councillors to say, listen, go and do something. Nobody in the Ministry of Energy, there's nobody that does recon work to go and look to say, yeah man, JPS is doing their job, ladies and gentlemen. This level of incompetence is unacceptable. This is the type of thing that gets you fired from corporations. If you have a boss and you are this incompetent in doing your job, people get fired for less. People get fired for less. The man wants to blame the JPS. Even if the JPS gave him misinformation, why didn't you verify the information before you repeated it? And here they come at us, calling us vloggers and always spreading misinformation and all of this. And they are not the standard of putting out right information. They are being exposed, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Oh, sorry about that, people. You hear me there? So, see me the island girl, what's up? You know, somebody else I talk about. I was saying that, Lord have mercy. I was saying that, let me go back. I was saying, big up, Dr. Alfred Dawes and big up Dwayne Vaz. No, man, my microphone was muted. Sorry about that, Bolo VNR 2.0. And I'm gonna go to these clippings with this interview right here. Yes, and I was saying that she's a rock star, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Rose Shaw, the red bag. She's just classic, right? She's very classic, right? The red shoes match the bag, the grey outfit with the black trimming, the silver chain. Classic. But she's the rock star right here. I'm just telling you right now. She is standing all the way out, ladies and gentlemen. The radiant smile, the outfit, classy. Very, very classy. You understand? Island girl. And I was saying Mark Golding, the shoes and the tie, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple, very classy. You know, the purple tie, you know what I mean? Yeah. I know I'm gonna say Isaac Buchanan single shot. Isaac Buchanan did come out, you know, and big up Mr. Wavelines. You understand? Yeah. Classy and simple, you know, a man there roll. No look a joke. See there? Yeah, man. Sharp, man. It's a Cleveland. Watch your man. See it there now? Isaac with it. Yeah, man. See it there now? Yeah, Mr. Dennis Garden, pick up yourself. Here is the beautiful Nikisha Burchell standing out, making sure that she's well ventilated with her fan. I don't know, ladies, I'm staring, not true. The place at D. When you at the place at, you know it go. No man, Mrs. Donna Scott Matley, how them don't take a single shot of you? You know we love Mrs. Donna Scott Matley, man. Listen, man. Listen me. Big up the Rasta man from down at St. James. You understand? You're looking for the pic with Nikisha Burchell. One Andre Stevenson. I love how the PNP feature him. Wanna see how, everybody I talk about Andre suit. Wanna know Andre already. Andre not play when it comes to how him represent himself like that. Cause him is a designer. So you know say it's a different type of attention to detail. You feel me I deal with? No look a joke about it. Yeah. If you're not careful, you go and big up the new deputy mayor, Miss Lorraine Dobson. Miss, just operate with integrity and trust me, you won't be moved. You remember good. You just make sure so you do the right thing. You make sure so you do the right thing. That's all you have to do here, mama. And I hate that. Cho. We don't need to go no further with it. Now let me go to the clippings here. Whoa. What is this? Oh, you have some it's a theme page. Okay. Very, very simple, you know. Black and attire with the party color. Yes. But this is Damian Crawford in the picture with everybody. Everybody can't hold the picture, but he's there. Everybody's here. Some people are short and they run back. I can hardly see them. Yo, I saw Isaac Buchanan shot. Isaac Buchanan and Dwayne Vaz are the same height. I think Mark going to look like he could be taller than him. They might same height. That's a little bit taller. You know what I mean? Yeah. Big up a team, man. This is a beautiful picture right here, guys. I think I'm going to steal this picture, you know. I'm going to save it. I definitely need this one. Yeah, I definitely going to need this one in my, yeah. This team shot right here. Wow. Alright. Okay. Let's get to this now. PDTV. From earlier to
Nobody's talking about Moringa.
Everybody are talking about Moringa. Where they use it? Moringa in a style and they can't come out. Here comes some of the interviews. Yes, I have to go back a bit. Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. You see them? You see this man here and this lady here? Especially the brother. I want to listen to this because I definitely, you know what? Let me have to record this. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. It's the brother Bolo VNR. Good morning, good day. I want to say, make sure you guys go over to PD TV News Jamaica and go over and subscribe. Alright, see that? Boop. Yeah, man. Get him up to 100k. Hear that? That is it. Alright? Now we're gonna examine this situation right here. That I want to highlight something that was said that is of massive importance. Yes? So let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen.
Pinky, good morning, Pinky. Good morning, Andre. Happy New Year, Pinky. Happy belated birthday to me. Friday was my birthday. I'm 67. 67. And I follow the party from over 40 years now. 40 years as a comrade. Yes, I work as a runner till now. I'm a cluster manager. To your cluster manager. But if I didn't get good experiment with the People's National Party, I wouldn't dare so long. So you're a proud comrade. I'm a proud comrade standing tall. And you're marching on to progress. I am marching. All when them rob women and dead, me say they are stand up. All right, Pinky. Come here, my father. Come here. Use an elder. Comrade to
I want thing comrade. They now all about them position. All when them rob with Jamaica. September 3rd. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a beautiful thing when the belly of the beast is captured and exposed, and those truths that we know are true, but people are afraid to come out and sign affidavits and be witness to the wrongdoings that they were also a part of on September 3rd. You know, we leave it in God's hands. But let's continue.
Comrade July.
Yes.
How you do? How you do?
I'm blessed and good.
You ready for the opening today?
Yes, I am. As it's one of the longest tradition from 1944.
Yes.
And it continues. And we have always been out here to support our party. And we do so with credit, distinction, and integrity.
Yes.
And we do so because we know that the Jamaica needs the People's National Party. Because it's the only party that have kept the kind of tradition, integrity in this part of the hemisphere. And it is the greatest political party in the Western Hemisphere. And because of that, is that we have to keep it relevant. And by so doing, the party has chosen some of the better minds and the young and creative mind. And if you should watch them in Parliament, listening and talking about issues that affect our nation, it tells us that the PAP is ready and just waiting to get in government. What has happened last night? You saw what happened in Barbados?
Barbados election. Clean sweep.
And
clean
that
sweep.
is on its way. Let me tell you, there comes a time when the people is going to get frustrated of corruption. There comes a time when the people is tired of these people who will do the work and then get the procurement to follow behind it. These are the kind of people we have to deal with. One who will tell us and then we'll do it again. Doesn't matter how corrupt, evil and wicked, because wickedness they see as a way out. But guess what? There is an answer and the end to everything that is unrighteous. And
Let me tell you something. This man right here, sir, is like God was speaking through the man when he was speaking. I think that God speaks through us when we speak in the truth. I believe that. Right? Because God is the truth. And everything that this man said was on point, ladies and gentlemen. The situation with Daryl Vaz is so disgraceful. I don't know how the Jamaica Labour Party walked on the streets today and held their head high, knowing a senior member of their party and the leadership, Andrew Ones. You know, I see how they could do it, because when the head of the stream is to corrupt, the entire river will be also. So this entire party is bad for this country, and it's just the truth. The Jamaica Labour Party, being the party of choice, they are the weapon that has formed against this country. A clear breach, breaking of the law, and they tried to justify breaking the law. That they really attempted, they doubled and tripled down on that, ladies and gentlemen. But like the elder said, at some point the people are going to be fed up of all this corruption, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to feel it, Yeah, man, when you plant bitter seed, they get bitter fruit. And what the JLP, the precedents that they're setting, is one that is extremely bitter. Drought and famine, right? And bitter fruits, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be bitter. We cannot have a senior member of government break procurement rules and then challenge the Auditor General and then try to walk it back while staying in the same position. Utter madness.
Well, Jamaica, I want to say this to you. We want to say congratulations to Prime Minister Mia Mottley for a clean sweep for the third term in Barbados. We're going to some interviews now.
You know, Andre, based off what the gentleman just said, at that point I would have wished that you and Mrs. I think it's Sabrina, I would have wished one of you said a legitimate third term, unlike some leaders we know in this part of the world. I wish that you guys would have thrown that in there. I would have. Trust me. I would have.
We're going to bring the chairman, the first female chairman of the People's National Party. Comrade Chairman.
Yes. How you do? I am feeling wonderful, wonderful.
Nice, nice. And so congratulations on being returned as Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Andrew Chair. Must first say that. I mean, what does it feel like knowing that from 2020 we're coming from 14 seats and this time around we're able to double those numbers under your leadership as chairman of the People's National Party? What does that feel like today?
You know, I say to people all the time, 14 to 20 is not just doubling the numbers. I don't think people understand the pressure it is on the 14 in there with some hooligans trying to bully you down and trying to make you feel as if you have no voice. With 28 of us, there are 28 individuals who are strong, who are clear on why they are there, who has placed them there, and in whose service we speak. Yes. You know, and so when we go in there, it is just everybody, it is all one. We will find things to joke about, but we take things seriously, and we're going to make the points that we have to make.
Awesome.
Now, you know, she made a point about the bullying, because I don't know if you guys realize it, but that has been toned down significantly. You notice that, innit? They still try, you know, but they realize that things are not the way it used to be, fam. Calm down a bit, you get me? Yeah, man, just calm down a bit, man. Tread softly, because it's not gonna be peaches and creams in this term. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for you. I mean, you think sometimes in Parliament you see how frustrated the Speaker of the House is, because the way how the People's National Party members are blast them in a debate them with some proper questions, right? Them can't manage Jamaica. So she's absolutely right. I used to look at it like, why are they laughing in the Parliament? But she just said, you know, we laugh and array, but we know the points that we're gonna hit and we deliver. So she's saying that, listen, you know, we strike a balance. So giving my respect for Mrs. Angela Brown-Burke, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be so critical of some of the moments of laughter that is, you know, being had in the Parliament. Personally, I wouldn't be laughing with the Liberates at all. I wouldn't be laughing with the opposition at all. I wouldn't be laughing with the JLP members at all if I was in the Parliament. I mean, I would not be seen off duty in a bar drinking with them. I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I will shun the very appearance of evil. I will not allow the devil to sit at my table. You understand what I'm saying? Unless God says, you know, allow the devil in, man. That would be that would have to be a direct order from the Lord. But in my own capacity, without instructions from the Lord, I would not have the devil sit at my table, ladies and gentlemen. I would not be drinking with the devil. I would not be socializing with the devil. Period. I tell her that straight. But I understand where she's saying, you know, I understand what she's saying in terms of them actually getting their points across in the defense of the people that they represent, and how much stronger the force that is the People's National Party in opposition is, with 28 persons representing us on our behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue.
I know that you're very far in this Parliament, and I'm sure for this parliamentary year you'll be bringing even more fire. Tell Jamaica why you have that belly to take them on. Why?
You know, it's a simple thing. I grew up in West Kingston and I'm serving Southwest St. Andrew.
Wow.
Many of the individuals there grew up just like I did.
Yes.
And I want to make sure, just like Portia Simpson-Miller did, that I give them proper representation.
Proper representation.
Yes.
Proper.
Without fear nor favor.
Without fear or favor. Thank you, Chairman. You're looking really nice today. Really looking like a true comrade that you are.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And shout out to Lady Premier.
Shout out to Lady Premier. Shout out to... Okay. Come here.
So I'm telling you, Miss Angela Brown-Burke, ma'am, you absolutely came out. You heard what I said? Shout out to Angela Brown-Burke, ladies and gentlemen. She absolutely came out, man. No one could joke about it. Alright, so yeah, I wanted to touch on this particular interview as well. Let's do it.
Isaac Buchanan, one of the fresh kids on the block. We know he
the Prince
is
of the East.
Yes, an attorney extraordinaire and one of our legal luminaries in Jamaica. Andre, over to you with Member of Parliament Isaac.
Mr. Buchanan, what it feels like being in the official first sitting of the new parliamentary year?
You know, the word is melancholy. I think that it is an... Isaac, big up yourself. Every day you teach me a new word and I listen to you. Melancholy. What is melancholy? We are going to learn that today, ladies and gentlemen. Melancholy meaning. Melancholy meaning. No, not funny. Melancholy meaning. Yes. Melancholy means a feeling of pensive sadness, typically with no obvious cause. Having a feeling of melancholy, sad and pensive. Hold on there. Is that the word he used? Let's go back.
Parliamentary year.
You know, the word is melancholy. I think that it is an experience that I am happy to be a part of. I call it political pageantry. Yes. So I'll see if it rises above that, because it's ceremonial, so it is performative politics, and I'm not going beyond the ceremony, but to be a part of it, excited to, you know, represent for the People's National Party under the leadership of the Honorable Mark Jefferson Doyley. That is the highlight of today for me. Yes. And while we wait with a bated breath what the taxation is going to look like, I will reserve any comment where that is concerned, but to say that it's just a bad time to even contemplate that. So we want to get through that.
So you'll be carrying further action for East Portland. What should the people of East Portland look forward for this parliamentary year from you?
Well, Portland Eastern send me up here, you know, for collect my CDF money. So I'm finally going to get it, and you know, I said we bring in the heat, we do it through the private funding, but as well, whatever the government allocation is throughout the ministries and the CDF fund, we will be bringing the heat. That's health, education, agriculture and tourism. Most important for me, and it's going to be a very interesting year for the entire Jamaica.
But don't make him move it, because we must take note of the suit. If you know anything, this suit is something, a style that our former comrade leader and the former Prime Minister of Jamaica, the most honorable Michael Manley, this is one of his style. And so I see you following in the fine tradition, you know, for former comrade leader, and you're looking dapper.
I'm paying homage to the most honorable Michael Manley.
Manley
is very significant, and so when we do the ceremonial walk, we do it in his memory, because his contribution to social justice and just for the poor. We are for the poor. One of the P's in the People's National Party included the poor. So let us not forget, when it comes to human rights, when it comes to advocating for the least among us, I'm wearing this, and I'm styled by a premier gentleman. So I'm gonna put that plug there, because let me tell you something. No one would have bring the recreation to life as was done by premier gentleman. So big up to me tailor.
Yes.
All right. Blessings.
And
so we're
Mr. Dawes, the man himself, you know, big up Isaac Buchanan for always making a historical statement, you know what I mean, as a luminary, a legal luminary, a one that studies, you know. It doesn't surprise me that he came out in that regalia representing and honoring the honorable, one of the most honorable men, fathers of the People's National Party in terms of dress code. So big up to Isaac Buchanan for that. Let's hear what Mr. Dawes has to say.
Dawes, welcome sir, well tailored, well tucked, well groomed, well. Looking well for the people.
Why this man make it seem like me always disheveled and I look homeless? I don't understand. Yes, I bathe this morning.
Looking dapper.
I bathe this morning, yes.
You always bathe. The cold front never bother you?
Not at all.
Okay.
Come on, no, we use the cold one.
Okay. You are a first-time member of Parliament, one of the new kids on the block, one of those who actually stirred up and stir up a lot of conversations. I'm sure the people of Southeast St. Catherine are very proud of you to be here representing them. We see the waves that you've been making as opposition spokesperson on health, and we couldn't be more proud to have somebody like you steering that ship. How has it been so far?
Well, it has been an amazing journey. And yes, you would have seen what is happening nationally in terms of I guess we'd say investigative reports.
Yes. Investigative reporting.
In Southeast, a lot has happened. We're transforming how we govern the constituency. The people have a voice. We just came out of our CDF consultations, and it is really the people who came out who are guiding us in terms of the projects based on their urgent and sustainable needs. We had a wonderful post-Melissa recovery in terms of the mitigation of the drains. We're preparing for the other hurricane or natural disaster that's coming, and we're big on beautifying the area, you know, and of course it's spreading the love. Everybody's benefiting as much as possible, so that's how I want to define my term and the subsequent terms to come.
Well, is it a strategic action by the People's National Party to have you now being placed on the PAAC when drilling is expecting to happen next week in Parliament?
Well, no, that's the PAC. That one, PAC. Well, you know, outside of the PAC and as you said, the drilling, that's taking place. I have tabled some questions for the Honourable Minister, and I expect...
The Honourable Minister.
Right, to answer, and those questions line up. Andre said the Honourable Minister would have asked the same question too. But of course, you know, Dr. Dawes is being politically correct. He will not allow them to use certain scapegoats. He's gonna respectfully pin Christopher Tufton to the cross of correction. Yeah, man. He must go resign, man. Nah, let go for the pressure, ladies and gentlemen. Christopher Tufton, Darrell Vaz, Andrew Ones must resign. Must be removed. No look a joke about it. Alright? We say Bolo, Reed and Kariba suit. Okay? None of them are related to the findings of the AG report, as well as the complaints of the doctors at UE as to the governance issues that they're facing there.
Well, Dr. Dawes, we expect you to continue bringing the fire in the nation's parliament, and we look forward to great work from you, sir.
All the best, sir. Thanks for the support.
All right. We're now going to the man who... The man looking very dapper. Yes, sir. So, Jamaica, we are joined here by...
Hey, let me tell you something. When you hear Julian Robinson laugh a while ago, that is a rich dog laugh. Let me play it again. The man laugh like a rich king. Hey, listen to the man.
To the man who... The man looking very dapper. Yes, sir. So, Jamaica, we are joined here.
You know someone I catch that, right? General, you would laugh that is serious. Hey, I don't think you understand. That man is serious, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, the way how the man laugh a while ago, me can tell. Say this man is a no-nonsense person. And him only laugh like that, run people when comfortable around. Hear what I said? Yeah, man, him have in the presence of people that him respect for laugh like that. You're not going to get that laugh there from Julian Robinson around somebody that he believes is tainted where their integrity is concerned. That is just my assessment. Tell me what you guys think. Big up Mr. Julian Robinson. I laugh, they sell off. He remind me of Kawhi Leonard from the LA Clippers. Fun guy. Serious brother still, but fun guy.
By our opposition spokesperson on finance, the man himself will tear up the national debates in the election. I mean, we see what is happening now out there. I mean, he's a seasoned politician, member of parliament who has been given stellar service to the people of Southeast St. Andrew. Now, member of parliament, Julian Robinson, how are you feeling? You know, what does this term represent and mean for you? Especially with the announcement of new taxes that has been announced by the Minister of Finance. What do you think this term is going to be looking like?
I'm very concerned. I'm concerned for people who have lost their jobs, businesses that have been closed down as a result of the hurricane, people who have no roofs over their head. Imposing new taxes on those persons at this particular time is going to drive them into further hardship. It is going to contract the economy. We don't know the specifics yet. The minister will indicate that. But Melissa has a reason to blame us for every single thing that is happening now. But we need to hear the details, but I'm very concerned about the implications of that.
Well, Jamaica, the party...
Jamaica, how many people thought about that? And I have to tell you, I haven't really put any much thought about it. I just know new taxes is just not going to be good. But when you really factor in the individuals that was affected by Hurricane Melissa, talk about the most terrible timing, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about the actual most terrible timing. And you see, this is why the Jamaica Labour Party government should have prioritized putting people in a space where they actually had their lives back in terms of their houses. They really should have invested in people having back their businesses, because a lot of people, their business is actually from home. You have the hairdressers, you have the what do you call it, the dressmakers, right? You have the tailors, right? You have people that they literally have a shop in their home that they supply their community with certain goods and services, right? So if these entities are no longer there and now there's new taxes, how do they recover, or when will they ever recover when these new taxes are implemented, ladies and gentlemen? How can they recover? They'll be pinned, right? These new taxes potentially will be pinning down individuals, in my estimate, in terms of recovering. And what does that do to their mental health? You know what I mean? Listen, again, Jamaica, I know that we take it lightly, a lot of us, but I don't think we understand the gravity of what Hurricane Melissa is to this country. And we're being lied to by the Jamaica Labour Party. And it's bitter medicine, obviously, that is coming. And I think we should prepare for the worst. And the best preparation is to ask God to navigate this for us as a nation. Because, trust me, it's already too much for who is in power. And add the added issues that we have, it's way too much for them now. Although they will not admit it. They cannot manage Jamaica. They cannot manage. And listen, there's more disasters coming prophetically. Look out for the earthquakes. Look out for the floodings that's going to destroy infrastructure, the roads and stuff like that. Look out for it, Jamaica. We don't get the big one yet. We don't get the big one yet. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section, alright? Let me know what you think about that. I don't want this reaction to be too long. Hold on there. It look like so me can get. Yeah, me can add on one next piece, man. Me can add on one next piece. Me can add on one next piece.
Leader Ma Jefferson Golding is here, the right hand to Sir Julian. So we're going to that area.
The comments are static. The comments are up and into the bit of Campion College. Yes. I see in the purple, is this representing Campion College?
Just the color of choice for the day.
Okay, you're looking very fine, and I must say welcome, happy new year.
Thank you.
You know, what is the vibe and energy today? We see the comrades are very excited to see you.
Well,
I mean, yes.
Well, I just got here, but it's always a joy to be well received, and certainly I was well received today. And I'm just happy that they've come out to show their support and love for the leadership of their party.
Yes.
And you know, it's an annual event really, and I think people look forward to it. And a little pomp and circumstance can be fun, you know. So we're playing our part, and want to hear what the government's coming with later. Want to hear what the Independent Fiscal Commission has called for the tabling of the revenue measures at the same time as the rest of the budget documents are tabled. In the past, the revenue measures have typically been held back until the very end of the process, and he has said that that is not acceptable because it prevents a proper analysis of the budget and so on. So I'm expecting and hoping that we'll find out what taxes is going to impose on the people at this time, today, so that we can study it properly and analyze it and say what we have to say about it. So that to me is one of the major items for today's proceedings.
You'll be presenting in the budget debate in a few weeks from now.
Yes.
What is Jamaica to expect from you, particularly from this budget presentation?
Well, I don't want to disclose too much, but essentially an analysis of where we are now and where we're going. and some recommendations for how I think the whole thing of national development and economic development should be approached at this time. So, you know, it's my speech is a work in progress, but it will be along those lines.
Are you concerned about the direction of the finance minister and how she's directing the path for Jamaica's financial prospects?
Well, the problem with the finance minister is that, you know, she's not a very comfortable communicator. She's somewhat awkward in her delivery. So it's often not possible to get a really clear understanding of some of the rationales and reasons for some of the things that are happening. In terms of overall economic policy, you know, we're at a very crucial juncture now because the path that we have been following has been, to some extent, torpedoed by this hurricane. And it creates a new paradigm where we have to adjust to try and get the economy back up and running, to provide support and help for the tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans who are suffering, as you well know, Andre, having gone out into the field so much to help people, and how Jamaica finances that. And, you know, I must say that I'm not impressed with the approach. Well, I would say the approach to financing the recovery. I would like to have seen greater exploration of creative solutions to lower the cost of borrowing, which is part of the whole concept of climate justice. And, you know, we have gone so far it appears that we're pursuing a very conventional path, which is going to add significant debt and the burden of debt service to the people and to the annual budgets going forward. So that is a concern for me. Yeah.
Well, Comrade Leader, one final question. We know that you've been dubbed the integrity boss, and we know that your leadership, you know, integrity and accountability has been a hallmark of that. Seeing what we're seeing unfolding now since this new term, we recognize that there's still a lot of issues, and that accountability is something that will still have to be made front and center. How are you feeling about that? I recognize the team is also on its toes with holding the government to account in terms of bringing some of the issues to light, the health sector. You know, we see what is happening. How do you feel about that for this term, and, you know, what should Jamaicans expect and look forward to?
Well, the most recent report of Jamaica's ranking in the corruption index, you know, indicates a stagnation. And we're at the low end, which is the worst end of our peer group in the Caribbean. So there's a great deal of work that needs to be done, because if probity, integrity, and good governance are not at the center of how we approach development, then you're not going to get the cohesiveness of a society where people buy into the mission and are prepared to put their efforts behind it, because people will be cynical, justifiably, that those who are leading have motives which are not pure and clean. So it's very important that we as an opposition remain vigilant on this. I believe in due process. I don't believe in proceeding on the basis of conjecture or rumor, but where things become clear, action should be taken.
So we expect further strengthening and bringing more fire from the opposition.
We will continue to do what we're doing. We have been particularly active in Parliament, where our numbers have gone up, as you know, we've doubled it. Yeah, which is great. It gives us more heft in Parliament, and we intend to continue to leverage the weekly opportunity that we have to express and support and defend the interests and rights of the Jamaican people. Thank you very much.
There you have it.
A lot was said by the integrity boss, Mark Jefferson Bolo. There's a lot of concerns indeed, guys, you know, where the economy is concerned, and the approach that they're using to deal with, you know, the borrowing, right? There's just a lot. There's a lot, guys. And then one of the main things that he spoke about was people not going to take the government seriously. The nation, people cannot take the government seriously when the perception of corruption is at about 95%. Like, listen to me. Even the die-hearted Labourites know that this government is corrupt. A lot of them are benefiting from the corruption, so they are all hunky-dory and okay with it. But in all honesty, there's no well-thinking Jamaican, no honest individual that sees what is happening with the country and is saying to themselves that, you know, say the man them not thief no money, you know, say the man them not rob up the money them. There's always that doubt in the back of well-thinking people's mind that the Jamaica Labour Party is robbing up with monies. And we have to call a spade a spade. Let's hear from Dr. Dayton Campbell. I have to add him in. No look at Joe. Gensec.
That carried the opposition to 28 seats. The boss who is in it, Dr. Dayton Campbell. Dr. Campbell. How are you feeling for this parliamentary year?
Morning. I was hoping that this year we would have been going in as government,
yes.
But nonetheless, we're happy to be here in greater numbers, and we commit to being defenders of the rights of the people,
yes.
especially the lower class of people, to ensure that the laws of the country protect their rights and that it gives them an opportunity to become the best version of themselves.
Okay. What I wanted to expect from you this parliamentary year, though?
Well, what we want to do this year is to ensure that issues that we consider important that are not a part of the government's agenda, that we try to get them onto the agenda, whether it's through private members' motion, private members' bill, and issues that they're bringing to the fore, that we ensure that we scrutinize them properly to ensure that we do protect the interests of our people. So there's a lot that needs to be done in relation to employment opportunities, just so that people can have a better quality of life, in relation to education, healthcare is currently under pressure, agriculture needs an overall, and we need to adopt to newer technologies. You know, I've started out myself showing an example as to what can be achieved if you adopt to newer technologies.
You have inspired me to start my farming project. Remember a year and a half ago when you were speaking about the prospect of farming, I started to do my research, and yes, Jamaica, Dr. Dayton Campbell is my inspiration for the farming project that I'm on now. So are you particularly worried about what is happening in Westmoreland with the delay in the restoration for the people of Westmoreland?
Very concerned. The truth is that I listened to an update from JPS yesterday in which they said that 17,000 persons are still without electricity. We only have about 800 persons in eastern Westmoreland with electricity, and we have about 10,000 JPS customers.
Wow.
So it means that the majority, over 50% of those that are still without, are from eastern Westmoreland. The damage is severe. The road, I heard the Minister of Work speaking to the intervention with the roads, and he said 500 million will be spent in Kingston and St. Andrew and 100 million in Westmoreland. No, that doesn't make any sense, because there was minimal damage in Kingston and St. Andrew. So if it's a program to deal with the damage from the hurricane, the majority of it should be spent in the western end of the island.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, this threw me for a curveball. How are you spending 500 million in Kingston and spending 100 million in the western side of the island? Why does the Jamaica Labour Party appear to do things in reverse? They are not coordinated. They don't procure items properly and then receive them. They receive them and then procure them. They want to fix Kingston but not fix. They want to put 500 million into Kingston, repair, and then 100 million into Westmoreland. Is Andrew preparing for the next hurricane that is on its way already? And Antonio, please feel free to send me the clip that you're talking about. Is Andrew Holness preparing for the another hurricane that is on its way already? Fuck it. Him know something we don't know. Is the other hurricane that is on its way already coming to Kingston? Why them are putting 500 million? No man, let me go back. Let me hear this again. This is serious.
Majority, over 50% of those that are still without are from eastern Westmoreland. The damage is severe. The road, I heard the Minister of Work speaking to the intervention with the roads, and he said 500 million will be spent in Kingston and St. Andrew and 100 million in Westmoreland. So that doesn't make any sense, because...
So I did hear right. 500 million in Kingston and St. Andrew? And 100 million in Westmoreland? No, sir. No. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me so them people here, is either they're wicked or they're not sensible. And if they're not sensible, they're wicked same way, because they take up themselves and talk about so they want to run country. Right? This don't make no sense.
There was minimal damage in Kingston and St. Andrew. So if it's a program to deal with the damage from the hurricane, the majority of it should be spent in the western end of the island. Persons, in relation to the housing, there is a significant deficit in relation to the housing, and that needs to get ahead with speed.
Well, we'll have a follow-up with you on PDTV and PMT Jamaica so that you can speak about what is really happening in Westmoreland. Keep well, my blessings.
I'm glad to have that follow-up there, because I want to hear more about this situation with the $100 million. I swear. Alright, I'm going to find it. Colleen, I laugh. Let me know what you guys think on that, ladies and gentlemen. Get this video up to 10,000 likes. Alright, let's go to what they're talking about. BOJ TV.
We're going to walk up. We're going to cut. Now they're about to take up, and we will be with them.
We're going to be showing you that. Yeah, up at the front.
Alright, so I haven't seen this yet, so this is my raw reaction, and I'm going to be listening to Mr. Golding as well afterwards.
You know, we don't take taxation lightly. It is literally the last resort. But we have to present to the people of Jamaica a credible budget, meaning that the people looking on what we propose can have confidence that what we're doing will be to their benefit and will prevent future need for more severe taxation. So what we're going to do now, as the Minister of Finance will present, would be to put in place a package that does not impact the poor, that improves our health and general well-being, in addition to securing the revenues for us to be able to address the new demands placed on the government by Hurricane Melissa. I think the public should.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if this government had listened to persons like Ralston Hyman and members of the People's National Party and Mark Golding when they were talking about the debt being paid off too fast, and they need to spend the capital budget properly to grow the economy, focus on the infrastructure. Ladies and gentlemen, that would have limited the damage of Hurricane Melissa significantly. I'm talking about a significant, because they talked about climate change, you know, a lot of talk about climate change, right? But in regards to actions being put in place by the government to address the preparation for these climate changes, having the capital budget underspent for a series of time is a gross dereliction of duties, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just the truth. So now they are being backed into a corner, obviously, because you remember, no new taxes. Well, here we go. But he said something here that I'm going to save this. I'm not going to speak on it yet. I'm going to save this. Although, you know, he really doesn't have much time in office, you know, prophetically. But I'm going to save this. Let's see how far this argument that he said about the budget goes. Let's listen back again. Some key things right here.
So what we're going to do now, as the Minister of Finance will present, would be to put in place a package that does not impact the poor, that improves our health and general well-being, in addition to securing the revenues for us to be able to address the new demands placed on the government by Hurricane Melissa. I think the public should remember that the damage as assessed by international agencies, the high level of credibility, is approximately almost $9 billion of damage, more than 40% of our GDP. So I don't believe that anyone could reasonably expect that we could present a budget without even a limited tax package. So we're not going to dwell on the taxation. It is something that, as I said, it is the last resort. We have gone 10 budgets without any net new taxes. And the reason for the taxation is not because of government profligacy, not because of wastage or bad policy. It is because of a super phenomenal event, the third most powerful hurricane that the earth has ever produced, struck Jamaica.
You know, this is what they do all the time, you know. Use the disaster as a scapegoat. And I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I say, if the capital budget was used properly to secure and build out our infrastructure around the island, and it was not underspent every quarter for a long period of time, the damage that Hurricane Melissa did would not be as severe. So there is some responsibility, whether I don't know what measurement you guys want to use. Oh my God, you guys are not seeing it. Sorry about that. I don't know what measurement you want to use, guys. And some people don't like the Andrew, you know. So they never did miss nothing. I don't know what measurement you would want to use, ladies and gentlemen, to give them to say, yes, you know what, they actually, this is the amount of blame they should take. But to recuse themselves totally of blame, no, because other countries in the Caribbean rebounded from Hurricane Beryl and other hurricanes that didn't hit Jamaica, and their economy is growing. So what is it? What is it about a man that cannot be certified for over some period of years now, that wants to have us believe that his statutory declaration should be certified and he didn't do anything wrong in earning his money? That's what he wants us to believe. You're telling me you cannot use those same skill set that you use to grow your own wealth, to grow the Jamaican economy by 1% over the 10-year period? I mean by 2% or 3%. Remember 5 in 4? What happened? Nothing. Right? It's because of what they're doing and not doing, ladies and gentlemen. They should have been preparing for these monsters, because they have been talking about climate change, but it's all talk. Where was the preparation for climate change? Outside of, oh, you know what, we're going to put some money into that, so when it hit us and damage us severely, we can get some money, not enough to actually try and rebound. That was the best option that you had in preparing for these hurricanes. That was the best option. How about spending the capital budget to actually clean the drains in the country and stuff like that? That would directly impact how much damage we would have gotten from this monster of a storm. I digress. Let's continue.
And has caused significant damage, created more expenditure than we can accommodate in our general revenues, and therefore we have to go to some taxation measures. So I think, however, when it is stable and the public sees it, I believe there will be a significant understanding of the measures. I believe we have done as best as we could, and I ask for the understanding of all Jamaicans.
And the timing is never right for new taxes, though.
Oh, I'm so humble. Hey, gotta beat them bad, you know? Gotta beat them bad. Remember me tell you that.
Understanding this from the Jamaican public, how do you ensure, how the government ensure the most vulnerable, including
Yeah, so just to be clear, we're not, putting in any measure that is going to create a burden on the most vulnerable. So we've crafted, I don't want to say too much, I mean, the Minister of Finance will speak, and I will speak after. I'm being preemptive in a way. But I think the average person should not worry.
What about the corruption perception index? What do you make of our standstill position?
Well, I think we have done very well in terms of putting in place the institutional framework. I think there's still work to be done, but the country should acknowledge that this is a process, and we are making gains in the institutional development. And I mean, in a way, yes, it's a standstill, but in another way, it is a reaffirmation of the progress that we have done. Thank you.
I'm 65.
How is it a standstill and a reaffirmation of what they have promised? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Brother, listen. There's many things, you know. Hey, him a fret, you know. Him under pressure, you know. Wanna see that? Wanna see that? Jamaica, him a fret. Mighty God. Him don't seem very confident at all. Look on him face, on the thumbnail. Worried. My whole heap of things I worry about. Whole heap of things I worry about. Oh, so him do it too. So how comes a goal in this say? Mighty God, I don't understand the disrespect.
Taxing? Well, we have to see what they're going to propose. You know, the economy is in a slump because of the hurricane, and additional taxation is typically something that promotes, you know, a further slump in the sense that it depresses demand and so on. So, you know, we would have to see very clear, scrutinize what specific taxes they're coming with. We recognize the challenges that they face, but, you know, we have to see exactly what the details are with that. I'm hoping that we will know that this afternoon, because the independent fiscal commissioner has made it very clear that the budget documents should include the revenue measures when tabled, not at the end of the budget process as has been traditionally the way. And I'm hoping, since the government has already indicated that they will be imposing new taxes, that we will know the details of what those are this afternoon.
Central to the throne speech today was the government's praise, essentially, of the response to Hurricane Melissa. Do you see it differently?
Yeah.
Why this already always have a question mark holding from nationwide? Yo, let me hear myself. Yo, General.
This has been traditionally the way, and I'm hoping, since the government has already indicated that they will be imposing new taxes, that we will know the details of what those are this afternoon.
Central to the throne speech today was the government's praise, essentially, of the response to Hurricane Melissa. Do you see it differently?
Yeah, I see it very differently. I think the response has actually been very slow, especially in relation to housing relief, which is a critical item. You know, many people are suffering, you know, without shelter as we speak.
So the Governor General today, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely exposed himself as a labor right. He absolutely exposed himself as a labor right. Did you guys hear the Governor General today? Did you hear him? Some of the things he was saying about the state of Jamaica, I said, mighty God, in which country does this man live? He's living in a la lulu land. These people are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Mighty God. No, man.
And the relief that has been put in place in quote so far has been done in a way that's very bureaucratic. I'm talking about the MP-driven relief, the $10 million per constituency in the badly affected areas, much smaller sums in other areas. But it's been very difficult to access that, and many of the MPs have not been able to do it. So people are really feeling it now.
Guys, you remember, to Mr. Golding's point, you remember the other day that Zulika just came out? Let us go to Zulika just. Let's go to Zulika. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna find the clip. Alright. To make the point that he's making. To help the point that he's making, ladies and gentlemen. What? New road, what? Wait. Alright. Alright. So Zulika, how that work? I'm not gonna play the audio because I just want to see what's going on. So. Alright. 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 Okay, alright. So what going there? So she will show you the patchwork. Pat told them. Yes. Parts them get damaged. Alright. Okay. Alright. So what going there, someone? This is what you call receipts, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you call receipts, alright? Show them the receipts, yeah? No, let me hear what them I say. No, let me hear what them I say. I have to hear what them I say, so alright.
I'm out.
Good evening, Ziluka Jess. I like what you're doing in Northeast St. Elizabeth.
Definitely.
I so definitely appreciate you. Love you and enjoy the rest of your day.
Working.
You're working.
Not true.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
You're a very excellent job.
Put your money where our mouth is.
Yes, you put your money
That's
where
our chosen one.
it is.
That's
You're
our girl.
so chosen. Yes. One.
One of the roads that and they talked to me about from before I became the Member of Parliament. I remember doing a motorcade in this area and when they tell me say I feel my job this to make sure some fix on the road. So I'm excited that work has finally started in Thornton and soon and very soon you will see that you have a brand new road. All right.
Some say I would, said I
Mums are working, man. No, on the ramp with Zulika, you know. On ramp with Zulika, man. Mums are work. What going on, sir? Dr. Kurt Wall. Big up Dr. Kurt Wall. You know me interview the Virgin already. From my channel. Yeah, man, the general from Portmore, man. Big up. I believe at him. Yeah, man, I think I did interview him. Look like I'm going to do some charity work. Alright, so. Yeah, I think I have that video. Yes, this is the video, ladies and gentlemen. This is
had made the application from last year following Hurricane Melissa. But whilst I'm at it, today is a very busy day at the office here in Santa Cruz. Today is the day that we're actually going to be distributing supply to persons who had made the application from last year following Hurricane Melissa. But whilst I'm at it, I just want to use this opportunity to provide you with a very quick update because so many of you have been reaching out, you've been calling and you have been messaging. You've stopped by the office to find out about the status of the building allocation that was announced from last year by the government, the $10 million building allocation that the government indicated that your Member of Parliament would have received for you on behalf of the constituency. Now, this is just to let you know that unfortunately here in Northeastern St. Elizabeth, that allocation has not yet been received. I did follow up this morning.
so when you hear Mark Golding say what he said here, understand that it is the reality, guys. Let's continue.
Done in a way that's very bureaucratic. I'm talking about the MP-driven relief, the $10 million per constituency in the badly affected areas, much smaller sums in other areas, but it's been very difficult to access that, and many of the MPs have not been able to do it. So people are really feeling it now, and there's a lot of self-congratulation and backslapping going on amongst the government, but the proof of the pudding is in the eating and what people are actually feeling on the ground in the most affected areas. And the suffering is real, and people are still without water, people are still without electricity, and so I can't say that I'm happy with the progress. I know it's a very difficult situation, but what about NARA? It's established in quotes, but it has no legal authority or power. Why has legislation not been brought to Parliament to enact NARA? If this is a major existential issue of our time, this hurricane that hit us, and the construct that the government has put in place or says it's putting in place to deal with it, hasn't even got off the ground yet. So I don't rate that at all.
I have to ask Mr. Golding.
We not rate that at all. Big up Marky G. Them not ready, bro. A slap on it upon them back like them as on it go. Oh, we're doing well. Yeah. All this praise. Oh, our response to Hurricane Melissa is going to be the case study of how to respond. Bullish. Let's continue.
Will this be your last throne speech as opposition leader?
Oh, well, I hope not. Time will tell, you know.
Here this a drunkard. Here this a crossmite. This a low level worm. Here this a man here, what kind of all that coming at the taxes them? All that coming at the taxes them. You know, say People's National Party need to stop the interview with Nationwide. They need to shun the very evil, you know. They need to shun the very evil, brother. Big woman thing, brother. You need to stop the interview with Nationwide. You see Andrew Jones do interview with nobody from the People's National Party side. You see them do the interview with them. Mr. Mark Gordon, respectfully, sir, and the People's National Party and your representative, any of you listening to me, right? Take it from me, and if the people in the chat agree, I want to put up the fire emojis in the chat. Do you agree that the People's National Party members should avoid Nationwide Network and revolt Oceanwide? If you don't agree, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to wake up, type in the chat, and I want everybody will agree with me to put the fire emojis in the chat right now. Here where this man I go ask Mr. Goldie, what that have to do with new taxes? Look for Mr. Goldie in face.
It hasn't even got off the ground yet, so I don't rate that at all.
And I have to ask Mr. Golding, will this be your last throne speech as opposition leader?
Oh, well, I hope not. Time will tell, you know, what God has in store for me, but I look forward to having many more, especially on the other side of the aisle, to continue the good work that we did in the last 5 years.
Okay, thank you, Sir Golding.
Disgusting. Out of order. Damn out of order. Mighty God. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen? No, sir. I can't bother. But you know what? I'm going to leave it right there, guys. For the persons on Bolo VNR 2.0, when you come on and you see me use this particular version, yeah, I'm going to need y'all to turn up on the share and the likes, alright? Yeah, man, please and thanks. Yeah, I'm going to need y'all to do that because I have to, because of my my devices, you know, the way how things are with my devices at this point, I'm going to have to lean more on doing my live streams on my computer on Bolo VNR 2.0. For Bolo VNR clips, yes, you know, I'm going to be using my phone or one of the phones that is working or half working. I'm going to be using one of the phones that's half working. So, but I will always go live once I'm at, you know, in my lab. I will go live using both my computer and my phone. Alright? So yeah, I need y'all to turn up. I need y'all to turn up with the likes and share. Even when you guys are exiting now, if you have not hit the like button yet, I'm a bit confused as to why. Because when I use this version, the like button is easily accessible for Bolo VNR 2.0. You guys know exactly where the like button is on your phone screens. So all 45 persons watching right now, I only have 20 likes. I don't, let me just refresh. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let me just take a look. Okay, my bad. Damn. Oh, y'all turned to, okay. We got 63 likes. That means 63 persons passed through. Some of them gone to them bed and them hit the like. I want to big up on yourself. I know nothing to say. The people them on Bolo VNR clips. What is going on? What is that? How y'all listen to? Andre, what tonight? How would you rate it going? Hold on, let me go do a little check. Me know say it done, man. I replay, I watch. But we never did check out. No. Oh, Ishmael was the one that finished the show. So, hold on, the Jamaica. It look like we have something for prayer now. Hold on, let me say Ishmael I talk about. Right about now. Soldiers unalive. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember that. I talked about that story. What is this? Oh my God, Ishmael, no. Guys, no, I forgot. No, Ishmael. 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 Ishmael, no, Ishmael. People, no, well, walade. Mighty God of Daniel. Oh Jesus. Oh God, me a laugh already. I'm gonna start looking at him. Yeah, walade, me can't see what you know go on as well. Let's listen to this.
Boss, down, man. Yes, man. You know, selector, you know them talk, them man code near your move, so. Okay. And then we had somebody, the chairman of the party. Show us the chairman of the party. Probably bird producer. And in our look good. Oh man. No. Oh yeah. Courtney make me a stutter. Me not like this. Me not. Yeah. When Courtney ask it again.
Which one of the party then either PMP or JP dress better at the ceremony today?
Courtney, producer. Me see somebody where from Manchester where you know the road and them thing there and you know matey link up thing and them thing there. Me say ball out.
Oh, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help.
Courtney, me tell you honest truth. Me hear people attack. Still, you know. But you know what me think?
cut you. Leon Labor right says she's shame.
I lie I tell.
One of my Labor right big woman friends says she's shame.
Oh my God, Almighty God.
The Labor right them look so. Believe it's a Courtney.
Yeah.
Me and Labor right, I know me and Labor right.
Mm.
It's a Courtney. Me shame. Me can't believe say I saw the Labor right them look, woman and man. Me say how them look. He said them look disgraceful.
Almighty God.
We hear the rhetoric.
Need your divine intervention.
But I want to tell you still, you know, it is my opinion that you have a song where say I woke up like this. Me think somebody just wake up just wake up. You know, like when you have on your 90 and somebody come at the front, come call you. Courtney! And you just run out and it close crush, but you just run out and you say, Lord have mercy. And you just go so. And you run out and you say, yes. But then you realize you have to go town. Yes, man. That's how I feel some of them look, man. Because me don't know. You just crush up so like asleep in your clothes. I saw you love your clothes.
What can go so?
I have to ask, was this a pajama party, Courtney? Was this a pajama party? But I want to tell you still, you know, you must be honest. You must be honest. You know, like when you know, like when you go costume party. you know, like when you go costume party, and you see that one girl will come out in a big dress. It just big and frilly. And you say, our mother really put her in that our mother wicked.
Good morning. Tell the Jezebel, good morning.
But Courtney, stop it. so listen to me. There is, I see something. Producer, why you help me out here? I see something. Me love cartoon, you know. Ball out! Me love cartoon. Ball out! Me love cartoon. I'm gonna show you how much me love cartoon. Wait. Give me 2. Me love cartoon. Me love cartoon. Love cartoon. So that team song. Wait. Let me play it again. Play it again. Lord of his mercy. I couldn't believe my eyes.
What?
You know what? There is a particular picture. Still, people from the diaspora, Jamaica. No, producer, not that one. Jesus Christ. Make a run. Courtney. And everyone. There is a show that I used to love growing up. There is a show with 3 man. With 3 man producer. Jesus Christ! Ball
out! Whoa! Yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help.
Courtney said nothing about them name, but me go give him one name. Yeah. Producer, you have the picture in the producer. You have the picture producer. One of them named Curly.
Yes.
Which one named Curly? Which one named Curly? Come look. Come look who name Curly. Come look who name Curly.
Oh,
see Curly, see Curly. I didn't want to make a name Curly. Screech, scratch, pitch, patch, itch, rock. You're all done pan him coat. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Come look. You can't tell me say material done pan him.
Good of man.
What can go so?
Material done pan him, Courtney.
Is that a really parliamentary this?
Wow.
A really parliamentary.
Ball out! Whoa! Yo.
Itch, patch, screech, scratch, pitch, patch, itch, rotch, itch, ball.
Most people over 40 will enter 2026 still.
Listen, man. And the boss, hey, you know, like when, them old man, they not look a community them, where no matter what them have on, you can't tell them, say them not that pop. You know, all when them a go one day them just dap out one Sunday morning and the sun hot. When you look at see them in a jacket, boot, everything, and I just down at the bar them a go. See there? I just say, Mas Joe, where you go? I go down at the bar, but me have to dress good. See him there?
Babsy, you really do this, Babsy?
She's the Minister of Culture, so she's showing culture. Uno must do better. I wonder if the tax. If I call them for do better. Them for do better. But we could take a quick break. Let us take a quick break and come back.
For an advanced restoration, taking us from April or May next year to January to February 2020.
Let me repeat that. That come February, the entire nation will be with light. Now the criminal come Jamaica deciding to tell you and I that come April, what we must wait on again. Wait until when? Producer, play that short video, the 1 minute video of him telling the line. Wait until same.
We were able to come out of that meeting and go to cabinet to get an approval to loan the JPS $150 million immediately, on the basis that that money would be used singularly for an advanced restoration, taking us from April or May next year to January to February 2026, which means that we'll be saving 3 to 4 months on restoration.
A few moments later.
We here at JPS are acutely aware of the approximately 17,000 customers who remain without power. And our target to have access to the grid between March and April of 2026.
Well. Now, Jamaica, in big, bad, and brave, tell we say, JPS are going to light by the end of February. Now, here is the JPS CEO telling us March to April. Then them going to come back to tell us April, May, June. Then June, July, what? August. And then what? In another active hurricane season, and the people of Jamaica, particularly the people in Western Jamaica, would not have gotten electricity.
Ball out! Whoa! Yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus.
The timeline that the criminal gave was impossible. But because he wanted to look like he's the biggest, baddest thing in Jamaica, the most efficient. He's the most efficient criminal. He is the most efficient criminal. He, Jamaica, is the most efficient and proficient criminal. So he's able, Jamaica, to tell you. He will sell you an ice to an Eskimo. He will tell you just to get the money, Jamaica. He lie. Oh, me tired of the labor pain. And then Jamaica.
He lied.
Same thing him do with the bus. Yes, Jamaica. It's the same thing him do with the bus. Same thing him do with the bus and tell you, say, oh, 1.4 billion. Oh, no, you can't see the next 40, 50 bus them. This is what this nasty, dirty, reprobate criminal does. Him gaslight and him deflect Jamaica, make it seem as though he can't do the work. He is the most incompetent, most criminalistic minister. He is the pimp of this government. Him pimp out the country.
Help. We key out of the letter.
Need your divine intervention. The same thing in come with his styling. He is dangerous to democracy and governance and accountability. He is dangerous, Jamaica. And it's time we lock up the dirty reprobate. It's time we lock down the criminal. Report. How him a try deflect and gaslight? Said the Auditor General what she said was right, and him still want justify him wrong, rather than the dirty criminal man say I am wrong, Jamaica, and I take accountability for my actions.
It appears that the telecommunications minister, when he initiated the
people here that in a national image recovery.
Mr. Vanzi directed the city in general overwhelmed with post-hurricane work.
This matter was time sensitive and of an urgent nature of an alternative measure of connectivity and communication based on disruption, which was severely hampering the relief efforts, including search and rescue, evacuation, food and medical assistance. assistance. Using my discretion and exercising my judgment as Minister of Telecommunications as well as co-chair of the Cabinet Subcommittee in charge of relief and recovery in the aftermath of a Category 5 hurricane disaster, allowed me to easier access the scarce supply of Starlink devices, negotiate the best prices, as reports of price gouging had already emerged to get access to Starlink devices ahead of the paperwork processing.
The AG's report also revealed that there was no justification of why that specific supplier was selected. No inspection of the Starlinks were done prior to purchasing 200 of them. The AG's report found that 120 of the devices were distributed, 41 of them remained unused and in storage because the power supply was not built for Jamaican market. The devices cost $12.12 million. Jamila. Maitland, TVJ News.
$12.12 million, Jamaica. The dirty reprobate don't want to accept that he's wrong. Yeah.
What can go so?
He accepts the report, but he cannot accept that he's wrong. He cannot, Jamaica, accept that he's wrong. He cannot, Jamaica, because he doesn't come from a lineage. He does not come from a lineage of honesty. That even when he's placed in a box, and even when you catch him in a rat trap, Jamaica, and the Bigfoot rat get trapped, him still about out say nothing.
All right.
Criminal in action, criminal in thought, and criminal in deed. And when him done in one player, it wasn't me like him thinking me shaggy. Jamaica, I am sickened. Every time I see this man, I feel like I want to vomit. Every time I see this man, me like want puke because he comes from a synagogue of Satan. He comes, Jamaica, from the synagogue of Satan. He is the epitome of evil. He's the epitome of fraud. He's the epitome of dishonesty. He robs himself in dishonesty. He robs himself, Jamaica. Every time I see him, I want Arkan 2. Arkan 2. That is every time I want to see him. When me tell you, shun the very appearance of evil, Jamaica. The man, as you see him, as you see the dirty criminal, as you see the reprobate, you want Arkan 2. $12 million that you got free. Oh, walk with that. No, minister. No. I could not. And like you say, are you? Me say yes, minister. I saw me operate. When me, from the same lineage and the same cloth, me cannot do it. And I'll my assistant who came with me as a teacher, me said no, and no, minister, because if I take a picture and because him from the synagogue of Satan. And him go on like and try to justify his actions. And Andrew Wilness can't tell him to go on him because all of them are the same. None of them. None. Tonight I said Dana Morris Dixon. She like, hi Andre, how are you? Mr. Minister, I am grateful, but I don't work with a cloth of dishonesty. So I can't even take a picture with you. Because if I take a picture with you, I would have sell out my people. But Andre, what? Mr. No, minister. No. No, minister. No. I could not. And like you said, are you? Mr. Yes, minister. I saw me operate. When me, you know, from the same lineage and the same cloth, me cannot do it. And all my assistant who came with me as a teacher, me said, no, me no want them go put me in a picture. Say me come sell out and me come take agreement and so. Who wrong with when me do Jamaica? So all me tell her, I from a distance. Go, who agree with me, Jamaica? I from me shun the very appearance of me. Me not be like Philip Paul will forget sit down beside them. And when you look, then contact picture come say, Andre, my very good friend. Me not make myself get compromised with no Tootsie. To host the opening of Parliament today. Thank you. And Dr. who sent out the picture. Only straight
It's not just coming. I can't even catch. Yes. Hello, good night.
Yes, Trey Brian, good night, my friend.
Yes, Andre, good night. And good night to your listeners. Listen, I just coming. I can't even catch myself, Andre. I just coming in from a very important meeting. We just had a sit down with the member for East Central St. Andrew. Yes, Dennis Gore. We just had a very important meeting. And let me tell you something, Andre, and to the listeners. Based on what that meeting was all about, would Jamaica believe tonight that based on the information from the meeting, the university hospital could not manage the patient load when it comes on to dialysis treatment? And so the Ministry of Health reached out to Jack then and asked whether he at Jack then could accept some of the patients. Hello, good night.
Yes, Trey Brian, good night, my friend.
Yes, Andre, good night. And good night to your listeners. Listener, just coming, I can't even catch myself, Andre. I'm just coming in from a very important meeting. We just had a sit down with the member for East Central St. Andrew. Yes, Dennis Gore. We just had a very important meeting. And let me tell you something, Andre, and to the listeners. Based on what that meeting was all about, would Jamaica believe tonight that based on the information from the meeting, the university hospital could not manage the patient load when it comes on to dialysis treatment? And so the Ministry of Health reached out to Jack then and asked whether he at Jack then could accept some of the patients. They will give him the resources to do so.
What?
The member agreed. Yes, Mr. I can't catch myself, Andre. The member agreed that Yes, that university give him the machine and sign documents, sign papers. The man have all in proof, Andre. You remember the lady that got fired the other day? I think she named Paula Dawson.
Yes,
Set up Paula, you know.
The procurement lady. Mm.
Yes, them knew about it, and there's the right to perform. Give Paula Dawson to sign away the 12 dialysis machine. The Ministry of Health, Christopher Tufton, the whole of them know about it. I'm getting to understand from the meeting that even Christopher Tufton I tell patients that them become go down a Jack then because down they cheap and no go up a UE I sell it for 18,000 for patients to do dialysis, but down a Jack then I do it for 10,000. Christopher Tufton been sending patients to Jack then.
So wait,
government.
Dreb Dry. Put up Christopher picture and the one of them there.
Yes,
so you're saying to me tonight that is true, then it's because of the crisis upper UE. Dennis Garden decided to help out the UE hospital.
The university hospital reached out to Mr. Gordon and asked him if they could assist the hospital with offloading some of the patient load because a lot of persons seeking dialysis treatment.
Yes.
To which he agreed. He have him documents, him sign him documents.
Yeah.
If I know the man a businessman and him now go set up himself. The hospital signed over the equipments to the man.
So it's not a case. So it's not a case where the dialysis them come in directly for him.
No, the dialysis machines came for the hospital, and because him have this space and his treatment is more cost effective, they decided to work with the man and Jack. Then the Ministry of Health is aware of it.
Mighty God.
They set up poor Paula Dawson for Paula Dawson sign procurement sheet for these dialysis machines and set up the woman to make the woman resign now. The entire university hospital in the West Indies know about it. Dennis Gordon has been vindicated. And one thing I can tell you, Andre, look out for the lawsuit starting with them at Nationwide News Network. I gonna leave you.
Bolo!
Ball out! them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of Parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
I told you there's a reason why Nationwide is pushing this narrative. Dinner box. Reach out to me. I'm going to be sending out the Valentine dinner box tomorrow and lunch tomorrow. I have
No, sir. So hold on, nobody didn't hear me. Oh man. Oh no. This recording. Oh no. You guys weren't hearing me? Damn. Alright. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Alright guys, see you guys later. Blessings and have a good one. Alright. Thank you. See you guys in the morning. Well, I'm going to be dropping the videos in the morning, so see you guys in the afternoon. All right? Peace.